Yeah, well, we're rolling now.
All right, we are the SmashCastBros, where we keep it local, keep it cash, and tell
The
Fed boys to kiss our ass. However, lately I'm in a bad mood, so I'm going to tell everybody to kiss my fucking ass.
No, you're never.
Sounds
in a
good to
bad
me.
mood.
Yeah, buddy.
The good thing about that is you got a big ass, so there's a lot of people that can fucking kiss it.
I got plenty of space.
Oh, I know.
All right, so let's start this off on a lighter note. I got to tell you something. Hendrix broke down in front of the prison Wednesday. He had to go. Yeah, it was Wednesday. He had to go help a driver up north. He broke down on his motorcycle. He ran out of gas. Thank God it was just something simple. It was so fucking hot out. It was 1,000 degrees out there. He goes, "Hurry up! It's hot out."
Was he in that fizzer?
No, he was on his dad's V-Rod, which is funny. So he goes, "Hey, can you do me a favor and text the dispatcher and tell him I'm back on the road and everything's good?" I said, "Yeah." So I texted him. I said, "Hey, he's back on the road. Funny thing is, the prisoners were across the road doing yard work and they were blowing him kisses."
I asked him that today when he come out. I said, "So, how many times you get told you got a pretty mouth?"
Dude, you ain't never gonna hear the end of it.
Well, then I sent him a Instagram.
Look at you all Instagram me all of a sudden.
And
Dude, I am impressed. You sent me posts this week.
yes,
Which is a huge step in the right direction.
What are we into him? 3 months he's been on Instagram. He's finally figured out how to hit this send.
They were posts I've seen 100 times already, but
Right.
at least he sent them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good to see
there's the one-
Grandpa using technology.
So we went to Nick's house later on. He got done with helping whatever, came here. We took off and went to Nick, our old boss's house. And the whole time I'm just telling him stories and shit. And giving him hell. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, dude." He was standing across the road waving. The prisoners were across the road going, "Hey, hey, hey." I said, probably didn't help. Hendrix was standing behind his motorcycle twerking at him. All right, time out.
no, I sent him that one that freaking running from the cops and on a bike and wee, 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 and then blew out of gas.
Oh, really?
So I sent him that one.
A few moments later.
So yeah, I had to start that out on a little lighter note with the whole Hendrix thing.
No, I've been giving them shit the last 2 days
Oh,
about
dude.
it, or last day
Good.
about whatever it was. But did you see what the deal was up there?
No?
No?
At the prison?
No. Where he had to go meet this driver.
Oh, I did see. I seen the picture. He sent me pictures.
Yeah.
I got done with him fixing him in front of the prison, and then I went and walked on the treadmill at the gym. And as I'm standing on the treadmill walking, I think, because I had my headphones in listening to music, and I'm pretty sure everybody in there heard me go, "Holy shit!" When
They
did
snapped
you
the
see him?
pole off,
Oh,
everything.
Yeah.
Snapped the pole off, caught it on the front and the back of the box.
Someone hit a pole that wasn't me.
Didn't hit a pole, caught the wire and broke the pole off.
Truckers hit poles. You sit on them.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There's photos for you. Yeah, that was Mr. Smith himself. Day before he had surgery.
I had an accident today. Or this week, sorry.
You found your pecker?
No. I've been
Whoops.
searching for that.
I wasn't sure if you accidentally found it.
I was setting up to back into a place and I heard a loud thump on the back of the cab. And then I backed in and I noticed there were no lights on the trailer.
Oh, that ain't a big deal.
Pigtail ripped the socket right off the back of the cab.
That's why.
Well, that's
there's
not an
mechanics.
accident.
I know.
That's equipment failure.
I can't figure out what it caught on, but yeah,
Loom
they,
clamp, something on the frame rail. See it all the time.
took 2 hours to get a wrecker out there and get it fixed.
Remember, not long ago, I basically conned you guys into buying a few extra mags, whether you needed them or not. I bought a 10-pack.
Con.
Well, I seen a video today, again on that treadmill. I watch the little bit of YouTube that I do watch is usually somehow revolved around guns.
Is the treadmill your favorite standing mat?
No, I walk on. Dude, I hit almost, dude, I think I hit 18,000 steps yesterday or 17,000. Anyway,
No. You got to realize.
Are you tracking that from your wrist while you're jacking off? Because that's not
No.
steps, buddy.
no, that is legit. Hell, I'm at 14 now. I'm at 14.2 right now. That's a lot. That's pretty good for me.
With that set of tits?
Right. 17,477 yesterday. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Anyway, all these lawyers and people are... So they're having trouble going after our prize AR-15. Alex Zedler put out a video today saying, well, Americans own 400,000 guns. We literally own, as just America owns half of the guns in the world.
Well, I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like 70% of the guns in the world.
It was like 52%, which means we're not working hard enough.
Well, I got a buddy who lives downtown Grand
Let's
Rapids.
pump them numbers up, boys.
Right. You see those videos all the time. I have a buddy that lives downtown Grand Rapids who has one registered AR-15, and then he makes his own AR-15.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he puts them together. He
No, he
lives
doesn't.
downtown Grand Rapids.
No, he's got one AR.
He's got one
He's
AR-15.
got one AR-15, right. So he's got a bunch of these blanks, and he cuts them up and pistols and
doesn't.
stuff. Well,
He's got the one.
he's got the one. The rest of them I heard fell in a boating
He is
accident.
making paperweights,
He's
buddy.
making spare
Paperweights.
parts.
Right.
You
So
know how
when you consider
notoriously
he's got
unreliable they are.
okay, so he's got maybe 6 paperweights
That's it?
and one gun in the same safe.
No.
Now those numbers are not 400,000 or 52%.
He's got
that
one
number's-
gun and 6 sets of spare parts.
The number's closer to his number, 70-80% Americans have.
Well,
And that's just that
that's just including the ARs that.
that's just
people
that
have seen.
model. That's not counting all the other ones. The
How many times has someone made a slam fire shotgun with shit you can buy at Menards?
takes a piece
right?
here, a couple pieces of pipe, a cap, and a nail, and a welder.
Yeah. And you
Prove
it.
I will.
There was that guy. I forgot what state it was. They had the big gun buyback, which you can't buy
Oh,
it
God.
back because you.
Oh yeah, he made like a bunch of 3D guns that didn't even work.
And then other people make slam fire shotguns every year, and they take them gift cards. 'Cause
Yeah, you're
Well,
making
I'll
money.
spend $5 if you're going to give me $50.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Price of black pipe's going up.
Well, yeah, because people keep making slam fire shotguns.
Yeah.
But
So back to that. So they're realizing they're not having trouble trying to get rid of the guns. They're doing what they can with it, right? So they're policing it. They're ramming it down our throats. You're bad. You're evil people. Blah blah blah. Well, they're going.
Oh, I
after
can
the,
tell.
they're,
I
they're
can
going
tell
at-
you, I'm that without a damn gun.
They're going after the other parts of it. The other big common part. What's the number one common part of that gun?
Uppers.
The frickin' mag.
Oh.
So, lawyers have been talking. The gun bunny lawyers, the whatever, the little bit of YouTube videos I do watch, the USCCA, USPC,
underwater.
yeah,
AARP. Oh. Sorry.
yeah, your fax is ringing. Anyway, they've been saying we're not going to tell you why. We're not going to tell you our thoughts behind this, but go buy more mags because. Just because. Like, okay.
FYI,
was their basically gist of it.
That term is also very loose. Do not buy, I repeat, do not buy the piece of shit freaking double barrel freaking clips for AR.
The double drum.
Yeah, the double drum. Them freaking things don't feed worth of shit.
No.
They're a bitch
Stay
to
away
load
from
and
the
they're freaking
drums.
useless.
No. The Magpul 60 round single drum is expensive as hell, but I love mine. Takes forever to fucking.
I was
load
gonna
up.
say the single drum, yes. Those dual drum ones that
It jams up
no,
every
them things
time.
are a piece of shit. To freaking load and everything.
Okay.
I don't.
I'll expand on that. The ATI 60 round straight mags, they're almost the same size as a 30 round, but they're quad wide. They're huge. They don't work worth a shit out of the bag. And they got a pretty strong spring in them, so like tearing a
Well, it's got to be able to push 40 fucking rounds.
60.
60 rounds.
The
Yeah, but
coilover
those are that wide,
springs
aren't
and
they?
the struts. You know how those guys, you get YouTube videos, the guys pulling the struts apart? That's about what it's like tearing one of those mags apart. However, if you tear it apart and that spring goes shooting across the garage, oil, just soak everything in oil, put it back together, and it feeds pretty good. You can get a 60-round mag. They're about $50, but I'll tell you what.
Yeah, but those Magpul 60 single drums are $130.
Yeah, so just use the single ATIs, soak them in oil, and they work pretty good. I got 2 of them. I mean, 30 rounds for $9 a piece. That's cheap enough. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
For a really good 30-round mag, the P mags are great.
And see, I don't think
Well,
I've
shit,
used one of
that's
those 60-round mags yet. So
Well, yeah, the
I
way
like
he drives.
Great.
I use that Magpul 60, and I love it, but it takes forever to load because you got to cock that lever for every couple.
I probably should have told him it was in his name.
I'm sure he figured it out. He's a bright boy.
I get that, but he probably came back. They said they didn't have anything.
He
in
gets
your
his
name.
brains from his mother.
Well, yeah, obviously he's not
I'm
from
starting
Ty.
now.
No,
Just thinking
he's
about
single. He gets his looks from his dad. Anyway,
it. He gets.
Gavin, I'm sorry.
He gets his build from me. Let's go with that.
Well, before long, boys, you might as well start stocking up on 5-round magazines if the ATF has their way.
I don't know what you're speaking of.
Get your bullet buttons ready.
You know, my
ATF
30-round
is assholes
mags.
taking freedoms.
My 30-round mags treat me well. I'll stick with that just common number of 30-round mags.
Yep.
I will just have an abundance of them.
I don't know. Dude, I've lost track of how many I've got.
I'm not even going to get into that. Because I'm the
Yours
same
is
way.
triple digits, isn't it?
Dude,
You know what the Fifth Amendment is, right?
if he could figure out the manufacturing process, he'd be stamping those up. in the
Motherfucker.
garage.
That's one thing I'm going to say you're not a liar about. If I could figure out how to make them out of plastic, like the P-Mags and the
3D
A2s and the Hex Mags
Well,
and all that,
Even if you had the CNC,
Well, the 3D printing.
if you had a CNC metal brake, you could make the steel ones in your garage. You just shove a spring in there and a follower and
Yeah.
stamp them out in your garage.
I think you'd have to buy truckloads of parts just to make it worthwhile compared to what we're paying $9 a piece for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
and not having to do
And
anything.
$9
if he could get the cost down low enough with his little overhead, he could sell them like crazy
I still think $9 a piece is so cheap
for plastic. Yeah,
for the ones
Which-
that we're getting.
you could 3D print them, but you'd have to find the followers in bulk to save some money, and the springs in bulk. But then you got to sit there, piece them together. Every time you want to
Now-
put one out.
The more they're going to talk about it, and the more they're going to. So you got two different sides here. You got the gun people side, the pro gun people, talking about it, going, okay, we better stock up, we better buy them. Remember what happens with the ammo shortage?
Yep.
Prices go up. It's going to happen to the mags.
the roof.
The government's going to they're going to start talking about it more and more. They're going to release more information about it. Going, well, we're going to go after these mags. We're never going to see $9 mags again.
no. I was at a gun show last weekend. You know how much P-Mag? Your standard 30-round,
PMags are now.
M-
I'm going to
for-
go with $15 a piece.
when I was buying them the past 4 or 5 years at the gun and knife shows in Michigan, I was getting no window 30-round AR-15 M4 whatever 5.56 P-Mags for $9 to $11 a mag, and that's actual P-Mag brand
Magpul.
or Magpul P-Mag brand. I was getting them for $9 to $11 a mag. So, as
It's about the best you're going to get, realistically.
this last gun and knife show that I went to last weekend, the cheapest I found them were $14 a mag.
That's what I'm saying.
But again, I
They're buying
also went
skids
on
of
a holiday weekend,
Oh, yeah, that'd do it.
and there wasn't as many vendors as there normally is. Because of it being a holiday weekend, everybody's out celebrating their Independence Day versus
With
going
the
to-
PMags.
and exactly, there you go. But
Even then, man, I don't think it matters. I don't know if the fact that it was a holiday made a price difference. I think if we go this weekend, it's going to be $14 a piece.
I'm just saying there was a lack of vendors, because normally I can go through and find 15 different vendors with PMags for sale. And the guy that was there was probably one of the highest I normally see. The other guys are normally the $9 to $11 a PMag. So maybe those guys were out celebrating their Independence Day, and this guy decided to try and make some more money. And I mean, if he was smart, he would have been freaking
Or
downpricing them just a little bit to
or he's a Fed boy and he's scared the other ones off.
that, or he's got tracking chips in them so they can freaking track down every 30 rounder when they try to outlaw 'em.
So you can kick open your front door, shoot your dog, and then say, "We're here for your magazines."
I'm just kind of Googling. So 1 to 9, you can get them for $12.30. 10 plus, you can get them for $9, the PMags. But
Okay.
I'm trying to find out what it was 10 years ago, and I just can't find it.
Did you get a haircut? Yeah, you did.
He looks taller, doesn't he?
He still looks pasty white.
Did you
I'll
get
give you
another haircut since the other day? It just looked a little different than it did the other day.
Looks
Did
like
you
he
get
put
one?
some effort into it.
So,
Ugh.
anyway,
Back to the conversation. Yeah, stock up on them.
yes, buy.
Buy
what
them
you
right
can.
now. You can get pretty decent deals for hex mags, A2 mags, P mags,
You're
Magpul
gonna have to
P
sit the other
mags.
side, bud.
You can get multiple different good brands. And if you want to go even cheaper, you can probably find the freaking military surplus 15 or 30 round tin ones for $7
A lot of guys like those because they're slipperier. They go in and out of the mag well easier.
And see, I don't like them because I
They
have
go in and
two.
out of the mag well easier.
I have two of them, and I don't particularly care for them. But if you need mags and you're on a budget, they're not a bad way to go. It's a matter of preference to me.
Right. I'm happy with the plastic ones.
You know, while we're
I
talking
have
about
some carbon fiber ones. Those are badass.
military surplus, though, if you buy some old rifle crates from the U.S. Army or the military,
Yeah.
and one of the crates comes with rifles, don't tell the fucking feds.
Oh, right.
Like that one couple did. They bought a bunch of these old rifle containers to repurpose.
Yeah.
One of them was fully loaded with full auto M4s
Oh, really? Damn.
Swing!
Oh, my God.
with the manifest and the serial numbers all matching, and they told the feds, "I think you gave us the wrong crate." I'm like, "Yeah, well, that's going in my fucking yard."
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
lost
shit.
in a boating accident, buddy.
Nope. Well, yeah,
That
got
was
lost in a boating accident.
accident.
Ignore this hole in my yard,
What was
though.
that?
I think it's the S10s.
Oh, yeah. I bet you're right. Yeah.
Revving it like a Harley, though.
Oh, well. You look at this guy, you're going to go,
No,
wow, he
trust
looks like
me.
you're right there.
Anything the government doesn't know about and wants to
It's
know
good.
about was lost in a boating accident.
Way out in sea.
Yep.
Check next to Ocean Gate.
Yeah, I was sailing over to see if I could
Yeah,
find
but
wreckage
the
of
motherfuckers
the.
said that they couldn't go down and get it. It was unrecoverable. But yet they recovered pieces of it.
The
So,
pieces that they recovered floated to the surface.
Bullshit.
They might have.
Bullshit. They sent
Well-
that freaking one submarine from that other company down, or some unmanned
The pieces that
submersible.
apparently surfaced were the pieces of titanium that were designed for that depth, not the carbon fiber that wasn't.
See, Whistling Diesel had a short video out. He goes, "What the hell's this trash out here in the ocean?" He's a bit.
Oh, by the way, you want to hear something? Maybe a little bit conspiracy, maybe not. Take it as you
Probably
will.
not. Yeah.
Big life event.
Well, what?
Let's call it a big life event, big milestone. You know, something tragic happened, all this shit. Do you think anybody would have took pictures of them getting in the sub?
Nope.
Or there is absolutely no pictures
way.
of them boarding the sub. There is no pictures of them anywhere around the fucking platform. Anything. There is no pictures of that group of people together before getting in that submersible.
Yeah, the pictures are on their cell
no way.
phones.
Yeah.
Did they really go down? Did they really blow up? Did they fake their death?
Did
Tell me in the last 20 years when you haven't seen a tragedy and there'd been photos of it.
Good point.
This
That's
tragedy,
pretty good point.
no photos at all, none.
Well, that whole Ocean Gate operation was a pretty ragtag thing. Like I saw how they got, I saw a video of how they like got to the submersible, and they rode a raft, like inflatable raft, over to meet up with the damn thing. But what annoyed?
$250,000 a ride though.
Let me guess, one of those ones that you can buy at the dime store that has little oarlocks in it that you blow up for your kid in the fucking pool.
Not too far off. Probably a government surplus Zodiac.
Fuck. Probably held up to 4 people or 5 people better than the goddamn sub did.
Well, that's not difficult. Did one of you gents go visit the White House this week? Figured it's your brother. You probably visited.
He was off all week.
Yeah.
As far as the cocaine thing, I wouldn't leave my cocaine anywhere.
left a kilo of coke, and the White House said, "Oh, we don't know where it came from."
Right.
But if it was an explosive, they would know full well who put it there.
Oh my God. And they're going, well, we're really investigating this. The White House isn't a very big house. It's not that big.
They're not investigating it.
They're not. You're
They
right.
put it in a box and shipped it to Hunter.
You forgot this.
No,
Dude, keep
he
this
just
shit.
stopped.
I guarantee
by on
that shit's been laying all over, and somebody finally said, well, we
somebody
probably get
that
this stuff.
shouldn't have seen it saw it.
They probably said, your dad's got enough problems around here. Keep it out of the White House. Just, like, snort it all. Better yet, be like Cocaine Bear and just fucking eat it by the kilo and fucking off yourself, you stupid fuck.
He is something else, man. He is so much trouble. Who was the Billy Beer guy? Was that Kennedy? I think it was Kennedy. No.
I mean,
One of the presidents.
That was your time frame, so.
One of the president's brothers. Billy Beer. Let's Google this. Billy Beer. I think Buzz has a can of it somewhere. Billy Beer.
So Buzz left it
brand
there.
of beer first made in the United States in July 1977. Oh, let's see.
Oh shit! You
Billy
were 20
Carter.
when that came out.
It was It was Carter's kid, brother. Oh God. Yep. So Carter's brother, he was a huge pain in the ass. He was a party animal.
You're Carter's brother?
No, I'm not a party animal.
I knew you were a Democrat, but
Oh my God. Those people just keep thinking they're doing the greatest thing. They're doing God's work. But you're not.
your what is it? Brother-in-law's cousin, Ron. Last week or Sunday, I jokingly said you're president, and he got real serious. He's like, we can step behind the shed right now and settle this.
Dude, he is, man, yeah. Him and his wife.
Him and Joy.
Yep. Yeah, they're very interesting right wings.
Not saying they're wrong.
No.
Nope, but when he gets a few drinks in him, he gets real friendly.
Him somewhere. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, he gets a couple drinks in him, he gets real friendly.
Uh-huh. Just think Jeremy's got to help him wire up his side-by-side.
They got the right man for the job.
I think so. I wonder if all that shit came in.
What's he adding?
Same pot I got. I don't know where the hell we're going to put all the brain and shit for it, but and then he wants light bars and lighting, all this stuff for it. Mm-hmm.
That's the type of stuff that people want before they realize how shitty wiring is.
Right. Well, he begged me to help him, and I'm like,
don't
dude,
mind
I don't want.
wiring. I don't.
Ah.
I say I don't, and then I start it, and I get annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind wiring at all.
We'll throw it out there right now on the old podcast. Rule number 1 of wiring: if you got a problem, what do we always check first?
Hot.
The ground. Always clean the ground.
I check to make sure the battery's got a voltage.
No.
That's actually a good place to start.
Did your vet start?
Yeah, it's got 14 volts or 13 whatever volts. Batteries, well, that's at Walmart. Had no amps. So
Did you check it with your toaster?
I did. And then I took it to O'Reilly's. They stuck it on their machine. He goes, yep, you're right. You got no power. I'm like, okay. I put it on a battery charger, and the charger's charging by volts, reading it's got enough volts. Nope. Anyway.
I mean, how old is that battery?
I don't know. But in a car that doesn't run every day, you know.
And you don't have it on trickle all the
And
time?
when it does run, it goes from this parking spot in the garage to this parking spot in the garage. Looked at and then
Well,
went
no,
back.
hold on.
I went,
He said today he went to the gym, quarter mile away.
yeah, I took
That's
it to the
plenty
gym.
of time.
I took it twice this week. Yeah.
Engine was still stone cold by the time he got there with that iron block.
No, I let it warm up quite a while.
Yeah, sitting at that stoplight.
I let it warm
And
up
then
quite a
on the treadmill, he sat for longer than he let it ran. Or let it run.
while. I went, today, did I? Yeah, I went like 5 minutes in the old tan or two. I'm like,
Easy, Tori.
yep.
I was trying to think. If you were
My ass is
like-
so white, dude. If I go any longer than that, it's going to look as red as a Snap-on sticker.
Anyway,
what-
what's next?
Yeah, what do we got? What else we got to hit on?
Oh, jeez.
Um,
That dust cloud that we're supposed to be getting?
Oh, that's right. We got another Canadian smoke bullshit. I'd like
Is
to.
it smoke? I thought it was supposed to be dust.
Well, we're
Freaking
supposed to get
South
dust,
Africa or
but
some shit.
we're supposed to be getting dust from Canada.
Oh, I thought this freaking dust storm we were getting was from freaking Africa or some shit that they were saying.
No, that's
Well,
California's
just some-
problem.
Whatever, just more stuff. Look, make Californians freaking put more emissions on vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking global warming. Fucking
Well,
tree
it's an
hugger
excuse to
fuckers.
tax you more.
Well, the best part is they're burning down all these trees in these wildfires.
That's
So
one thing saving
we're
us.
actually having a global emergency when it comes to trees and oxygen because they don't want to maintain their forests.
Right. What was I gonna tell you? Yes.
Your boy Trudeau.
Oh my God, what an idiot! That guy's such a commie. What was his dad or who's he related to? Castro?
Probably Moody.
Nope, not it.
I think he's related to Castro or something. Anyway, the smoke it kicked my ass. A week ago, I was ready to call it a week early because I just couldn't even be at work. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't see.
It's because you probably actually worked for 20 minutes that week.
That's called sweat. Ty.
Whoa!
What is this sweat word you
No,
mentioned?
it was real fucking bad.
Alright, yeah.
It freaking.
And
it
then they're like-
sucked.
People are still looking for that aluminum oxide or whatever, nitrate, whatever,
Ammonium nitrate.
ammonium nitrate. They're
The
like,
thousands
why is
of pounds that disappeared.
Why is the sky so orange all of a sudden? It's like, that's ironic because that stuff burns orange.
Well, that and the wildfire popped up in several different spots at about the same time.
Oh, yeah, there's a hell of a lot of them. If you watch, like, the satellite view of the wildfires that started in Canada, whenever it was, a month ago, there was 60, 70, all different spots. It's like, tell me that wasn't organized. Anyway.
Not surprised with that fucking country.
So what was it? The Boston Tea Party was based on you're taxing us over tea.
No, it wasn't tea. It was over sugarcane to make rum. The Brits were taxing our alcohol. So
Okay.
in true American fashion, we said, well, fuck your tea. If we can't have the booze, you can't have the tea.
Okay. So they fought over that, and it was a huge thing. But now we pay 40% of our income in taxes.
I thought it was
And we
more
sit-
than that.
No, well,
When
yeah,
you-
by the time you figure it out, it is. But we just sit back and take it. But now, everybody,
we sit back and give it.
I probably overpaid for that side by side. However, I didn't have to pay tax on it. That was my biggest thing. I didn't want to pay tax on it. If I buy one from the dealership, I got to pay tax.
And
Well,
you also got to look at it this way too. All the money you spend on that side by side,
it was taxed.
you'll get back in a few years anyway.
No, all that money you spent
They
on
like
the
to say
side by
stuff
side,
about
he already
daddy's
used on
money,
a
but let me
credit
tell you,
card.
ladies, I am daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, have you seen? I haven't heard much about it lately, but that flat tax that was being proposed, it was like 23% sales tax, but no more income tax.
But what about if I sell you a car?
No. The whole one of the stipulations in it is there'd be a 23% tax, not on food, so they're not punishing you for getting food, and only on new car purchases. But like used cars is no longer taxed.
It shouldn't be.
So if you
Somebody
want to
paid tax on that purchase once.
if
That
you
should
want to
be
go
it.
out and buy a brand new car, there's a 23% sales tax. But if you sell that car, there's no tax on it anymore.
So you buy what is now your average truck, which is $100,000.
Now it's
pay
$120,000.
$23,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's a $123,000 truck.
But you chose to buy the new truck. But that also means the less fortunate, people who aren't going out and buying brand new trucks, aren't paying sales tax a second, third, fourth time on a vehicle.
So
They don't have to pay. And if you wanted to live a life without paying tax at all, you could live on the bare essentials of going to get groceries and not getting any of the new, like, TVs or anything like that.
I think that has lots of different angles to look at it. Because you pay $123,000 on a $100,000 truck, like you were saying. But now, all of a sudden, the economy tanks. Everybody has to sell those $123,000 trucks for $60,000, and they can't get taxed on it again. The government's going to shoot themselves in the foot, and that's going to be a win-win for everybody else.
But now, let's go with that a different angle. So let's say you pay $100,000 for your house. You pay $23,000 in taxes. You're done paying taxes on that house. I don't give a fuck about property taxes. You bought that house. You paid property taxes one time on it.
Right.
This is,
not a bad
this
see,
is
it's
just a
not.
sales tax. It doesn't include property tax because that's a local thing.
Yeah.
Because that pays for roads and schools and all the other ongoing shit. Well, not around here. It pays for
I
roads.
was going to say, bull
Uh-huh.
talk.
Not around here.
You seen the freaking roads?
Dude,
You
96
seen the
is,
schools?
69 is worse.
I can mix paint on the highway. No shit. This is fucking rough, man.
I'm waiting
Well,
for
The way you drive?
no.
Ride my truck once. I mean,
How often do you ride in your truck?
That truck goes down to Harwood, turns right, turns left into the gravel pit. Turns right out of the gravel pit, turns left on Harwood, turns left into the driveway.
I took it to Walmart today. I'll have you know.
Oh,
hold on.
fucking bloody
Hold
hell.
on.
So 300 yards further.
Wait, in Ty's defense, it went to Walmart twice.
See? See?
He must have put a full mile on it today.
Clearly.
That's-
Yeah, dude, I bet I did.
That is the first mile that has been on that truck in freaking 2 months.
What's the longest I've gone with that thing in a while? I'm
Walmart.
trying to think. I went out to Buzzings and picked side by side up.
That's the furthest.
That gotta be.
You
I
didn't
went,
just
dude.
go-
I went to Harbor Freight and picked up that toolbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I took that truck.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
You're right. I probably should have borrowed his truck.
Or took your old lady's truck.
Right.
That thing's got 0 miles on it.
Actually, she's got more than mine now. Somehow.
She never drives to work.
Right. I don't know how.
All the burnouts.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have to go make a new bullet here in a minute. I can check on her. Matter of fact.
Why?
Amy got a wicked bad freaking kidney stone, man. She's been at it a week. She Googled it. Kidney stones can last a week. They could last 4 months. She's ready to go to the emergency room right now.
Well, tell her to chew before she swallows, and she won't have that big of freaking protein chunks.
I wish. I mean, well, she's I actually dragged her ass to.
I wasn't referring to you giving that to her, wherever else she may be getting it.
Yeah. I dragged her to Myers the other day, and by the time we got done, she was done. She's like, "All right, I am ready to fucking just."
I wouldn't want to go shopping with you either.
Yeah, I'm a miserable prick to shop with.
You're a cheap fuck.
Oh no, I just disappear. I take off and go do my own thing.
Dude, she was probably planning on that.
Yeah,
Disappear, Ty. Disappear. Get the
She
fuck
didn't want
out
me
of
to
here.
this time.
Disappear.
She didn't want me to this time. I stayed
She didn't
close
get one of
and-
the old grandma cards?
I asked her to. I'm like, you want me to get you an Amigo? No.
Yeah.
That'll be you in a couple years, though.
You didn't
I
get her
try
one of
now.
the kitty carts with a little bench in front of it? She could have sat
I
on.
should
You
have got her
could've
with a
pushed
race
around?
car one.
There you go.
Well, you could have given. You have a penny with you, or a penny with you. Could have put her on that little rocking horse. That would have helped.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.
Dude, if as cheap as that fucker is,
Still too expensive.
he'd have still got his fucking money's worth because he'd have put the penny in the horse, sat up there, dropped his drawers, then tell her to get on it because he's so fucking lazy.
I'm gonna
He
get
wouldn't
mine.
Have to do any,
I'm gonna get
do
mine.
any work, and he's still gonna get his.
I'm gonna get
And it only
mine, Mom.
cost him a penny of Daddy's money.
and I'd probably still tie a string to it and try to get back.
You gonna go make
I'll
some?
have you know that that battery is going to cost me. Well, it's cost me $200 today. I got to go try to swap it out tomorrow. But
Does it come with some lube to get rid of the cheap?
oh, dude, your brother there, Dustin, told me go to Interstate and get one. I'm like, I should.
While you're sitting here,
Yeah.
Me or the other one?
do
Me
you
too.
have any use for a
Absolutely not.
215, 55, 16
They got tires on clearance again.
Douglas brand?
No.
Okay.
Joseph's got 15s on his car.
14s.
On that thing?
Ooh, my Camaro's got huge wheels compared to that.
My side by side's got 14. Break time?
Right? All right.
Later that same evening.
Well, since we're talking, we can talk about Amy a little bit. She's in a lot of pain. But people have priced themselves out of business. What businesses such as ambulance rides? An ambulance ride is unbelievably expensive.
Aeromed.
I was
Aeromed.
say helicopter ride.
Yep. So businesses that are pricing themselves out of business.
Mm-hmm.
The automotive repair industry is getting there, man. They're pretty bad.
Yep.
Regular private garages were always my go-to if I can fix a lot of things. There's a lot of things you just don't want to. There's a tipping point of this is going to cost me this much money. Okay, I'm going to fix it myself because this one's easy. Or
I thought it was anything you might actually get dirty on me.
Well,
Send somewhere else.
I mean,
no,
if I can
that's why
save
he
some money
calls
holding
you.
a flashlight, oh yeah.
If he's going to get his hands dirty, he calls you.
right.
No shit.
Well, I'll get Ron over here tomorrow with that side by side. I want to get that done and over with and out of my
Is he
hair.
coming over tomorrow?
I don't know. I can probably set that up.
Do you need my box of fittings? My butt connectors and all that?
Oh, I don't know yet.
If
Maybe.
I'd have known,
Just let me know.
I'd have grabbed my fucking seal crimpers from work. I'd have grabbed my small torch. I'd have grabbed my freaking
I've got small
factory,
torches.
my factory crimpers.
I
I got everything we're gonna need for his.
I got some weather pack connectors if you want to use
I was
those.
saying if you wanted it nice, I got my fucking zip tie pullers, all that shit.
Oh, I got one of those here in town. Harbor Freight, but
My
mine didn't cost $800.
my
$50 a month.
my flush cut side cuts so they don't have anything sticking up to catch your hands on and shit.
Your
Again,
zip
this
tie-
one.
Wait, your zip tie puller doesn't have that built in? The one I got at Harbor Freight, I don't know, sub $20. You squeeze the handle and it pulls it tight, and then when it's tight enough, it cuts it clean.
It's pretty trick. I don't need one. I'm not going to spend $20 on something I already have a knife for. But anyway, pricing yourself out of businesses.
YRC.
Yeah, YRC's probably... They're not pricing themselves out of business, though. They're mismanaging themselves out of business.
No, they went for so long trying to undercut everybody else and price them out of the market. They weren't turning a profit. They still aren't turning a profit.
But they're giving the CEOs are bonusing themselves
Out of business.
Their lower tier employees. It's all public. They don't hide none of it, so the drivers get to see it. And they're like, what do we do? Well, you're going to be out of business, and you're going to have to starve. Your family's going to starve because these people, you're letting them get away with it.
And it's not only... Go ahead, sorry.
They got so many bailouts over the years.
Yep.
It's not.
And they're waiting for another one.
Yeah, that's what they set it up for. But the Teamsters, I don't really care for the Teamsters, but they're playing hardball with it. They said, no, we want all these concessions back. They want all that money back. They want all that vacation back. But the last bailout, half of the money by requirement went to buying equipment and paying off their debts. The other half went to CEO, all the execs' pockets.
Yeah, it did. They paid themselves big on that. Why?
Because they could.
Yep.
Because they knew that they'd never get it again.
They were patting themselves on the back. Hey, we got another bailout.
Yeah. Oh, man, we did a really good job.
Well, it's not even that type of business that I don't even know how to say this right, but not just that type of business. There's restaurants that are pricing themselves out.
Oh, yeah. That was my next one.
And I'm not saying McDonald's is one of them, but a fucking Happy Meal's fucking $12 now.
Well, there was a restaurant.
But there's the quality of food coming out of these restaurants now versus the price that they have listed and they charge you. It's not that good of food for the amount of money they're freaking charging.
Like you said, the quality of food versus the price versus the quantity
and
versus the service. There's a lot there. There's a lot that goes into it.
There's a lot of downfalls to it.
At least around here, the service is horrible everywhere you go.
Lamplight was great.
But the issue with Lamplight was the owner would never go for the idea of doing breakfast. Breakfast is one of those things around here where people would actually go. People around here like breakfast. They're old people. They're up early.
Why do you think Blue Water closes at 7? Because they make all their money from freaking breakfast foods starting at freaking 4 a.m.
Everybody's done eating, right? Oh, these I think it's actually louder sitting behind this house than it is sitting in front of my house. Somehow. I don't know, but anyway.
My preferred food is breakfast.
Amen.
Eggs.
Yeah.
My kids hate breakfast.
Bacon.
Really?
Sausage sausage, gravy, biscuits.
Oh, dude, I'd eat breakfast 3 meals a day.
I would too.
Absolutely.
I kind of got criticized the other day. I don't remember what day it was. But the wife got up.
Take your pick.
Wow. The wife got up. She fried up and scrambled a dozen eggs.
Amen.
Ooh.
So they were sitting in the fridge. Whatever.
Fridge.
What? Eat that shit right. I'll eat all 12 of them right now.
I was still sleeping, so shut up.
Well, that's not really a big shocker.
Still sleeping. Must have been noon.
It was. But I was up until 4 a.m. Anyway, so after I got up, my lunch was half that pile of scrambled eggs. My dinner
and you
that
loved
night,
the shit out of it.
My dinner that night was the other half of that pile of eggs. She said something to her sister the other day that, yeah, he ate a dozen eggs in 8 hours.
Did you fart your brains out?
No.
Really?
Nope.
Do you salt and pepper the shit out of them?
She does when she cooks them.
Oh, dude, that's the best. When they're already cooked, when that shit's already cooked.
Hold on. You said fried
I'm coming
egg,
over for breakfast.
I assume scrambled.
Yep, just scrambled. Yeah, sorry.
Cooked in bacon grease?
Yes.
Ooh.
So, what time would you say breakfast is usually ready around your house?
Around Moody's house? I don't
No,
know.
yours.
Dude,
You don't have to be up for us to go eat.
Neither one of you is awake when I'm eating breakfast in the morning.
how often do you
Not
cook
bad.
with bacon grease?
I haven't done bacon lately, but I have a pack of bacon in the fridge, and I'm going to cook some eggs with bacon grease.
Dude, do you need some bacon grease?
Not really, but if you like eggs,
do you
just
need some
toss
bacon
it.
grease?
We just toss it.
nah, put it in the fridge. It is great for lubricating the pan when you're scrambling eggs, and it adds that extra bacon flavor.
Really? I'm going to have to talk to her. Well,
We season our cast iron with bacon grease.
If she doesn't die tonight, I'm going to have to talk to her about that.
So, right now, I bet in our house, because we can our bacon grease. Actually, freaking pressure can our bacon grease.
That seems a little much.
And I'd probably say we have 10 pints of bacon grease stored with
10 pints of bacon grease?
yeah, and probably another 15 to 20 4 to 6 ounce jelly jars of bacon grease. But we use it for everything.
Amen.
We season our cast iron pans.
Bacon is the candy of meat. I love bacon. Oh, yeah. Even shitty bacon isn't horrible. I don't like the fat. Like Buzz, that's what he prefers. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? I can hear your arteries slamming shut from over here.
Well, when I started doing bacon, which you don't get as much grease out of it, but I feel like it makes the bacon ever so slightly healthier. Cook it in the oven. It doesn't come out.
That's directed towards you.
Well, cook it in the oven. It's a little bit less mess, but I feel like it comes out more uniformly cooked instead of frying. Sometimes you get hot spots.
Yeah. Amy makes the bacon. She cooks the shit out of the bacon on the George Foreman grill. I mean, that thing kind of sucks to clean, but it gets done. Nobody else is going to can that shit with you or for you. Nobody else is going to cook
For
you
me?
12
For me? Do you know how much canning I do?
Nobody else is going to do it with you.
Do you put on
Or
your frilly apron when you do it?
Fuck no.
Getting him out of it's the trick.
I'll tell you the best, most uniform way to cook bacon.
Okay.
Air fryer.
Ooh. I
That's
might have
how
to try
ours
that.
gets cooked.
Okay, temperature and time.
If I didn't just eat a half a pizza,
Dude, you could still slam half a pack of bacon.
I probably could.
Temperature and time.
350 for 10 minutes. No,
Write that down.
5? Or
Nope.
10 straight?
10 straight.
Because it's going all both sides already.
I use the liner
Oh.
because I'm fucking lazy.
Then get that.
We don't, because then we pull the little basket out, scrape all the bacon grease into a jar.
Oh, of course they do.
That's a pretty good team. But anyway, back to the pricing. Businesses pricing themselves out. You were on it. The biggest one I've noticed is probably the restaurant market.
Fast food.
Yeah.
Of all. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's higher end.
Well, even fast food. When a basic fast food meal is $20,
My pay hasn't gone up.
You know-
Nowhere near as much or as fast as the fucking cost of restaurants.
A friend of ours was complaining, stating, not necessarily complaining, but he went to a place called Cheesecake Factory yesterday. With him, his wife, and 3 kids.
oof.
And he had a $25
one I'm thinking
gift
about?
card.
The guy I'm thinking about?
Yep.
Okay.
He had a $25 gift card. And he
That's
still
one piece of cheesecake.
dumped $120.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
For 5 people, it cost him $145 at the Cheesecake Factory.
I know I'm not a popular opinion here. However, I'm not a big cheese cake anything. I hate
We are,
cheesecake.
though.
I know you are. Well, I know you are.
Okay.
Those
hold
things
on.
that Amy makes, I've never had one. ever. And people go gaga over it. Dude, I've had steel case drivers have chased
Dude.
me down and going, hey, can I have that?
You remember when she used to make them and I get pissed when you wouldn't bring them back to shop?
Yep. I had to bring your own fucking tray now.
Nope. And I eat that whole tray.
I mean, you probably should.
There's a lot of things I shouldn't do.
I even told the last ones I brought back, I'm like, you better get one before Jeremy gets his hands on this pan because it's gone. If the second he touches it, you kiss it goodbye.
She had them in here, I think, at Christmas. And she sent a whole freaking bag home with me. They didn't last the night.
Really? Man, I hate cheesecake. I hate it.
No, I ate them all.
Those things apparently, and I even
had
had one of the old,
no remorse over it.
one of the old middle to upper management at Steelcase happened to be in an office one day that I brought them over there. Somebody gave her my phone number. Next thing I know, I get this weird call, and she's going, "Hey, this is Kristen from Steelcase, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, did we destroy something? I was kind of waiting for that, right? Because no, I need to talk to you about this cheesecake thing. I'm like, or whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called, but and I'm like,
cheese
squares.
Oh,
and I'm like, okay. She goes, is there any way you can get me that? And I'm like, I guess, yeah.
So, all right, cheesecake in Grand Rapids, Cheesecake Factory in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
This is something you'd eat.
But $145 for 5.
Renee's
Little kids?
fresh turkey sandwich. You get half of a sandwich, which looks in the picture to be about this big, and a cup of soup, and I think a salad. $16.
That's not. I mean, the club sandwich I get, I get a pretty good sized sandwich down
Half
here
of
at the bottom
that
of the hill.
is $16.
That's a little much, yeah, okay. But I don't drink. There's no soup and no.
No, you get a
salad.
small.
I get fries with mine or whatever, chips. Whatever.
But
anyway, pricing yourselves out of business.
there's a lot of places doing it right now. There's a lot
That's
of places
crazy.
trying to make up for the last 3 years of fucking bullshit Biden.
No, they just can't afford. To get the trucks in to deliver it. There's a fuel surcharge.
Mm-hmm.
But why? Because of that president. Because
that
of
you
the political
both voted for.
bullshit.
It's the last
You
one.
might be able to get that whole triangle up his ass if you
I'm gonna try.
if you throw hard enough. Anyway,
Well, I'm gonna fist that motherfucker right up his ass.
I'm not getting that close.
I
I feel like there's
I'm
going to
a
be
bit thrown off
splatter.
that he
There's
wants
going to
to
be
fist my
splatter,
butthole.
and just that's
might
not
even
going to
tie
be.
that leather strapper on my foot and shove my foot up there with it too.
I bet if you give him the muddle, he'll put that in his teeth, and then you can get to pricing themselves out of business. What else is it? The restaurant's the big one. The automotive repair industry, like the
Even
small
new
private garage.
cars.
Yeah, new cars. But there's, for some damn reason, people are still buying it. Another one of the YouTube things that I just caught the other day, they just kind of got sent to me, and I'm like, nope. I usually swipe them on the notifications, swipe away. But this one, I'm like, I'll watch one. I'm sitting here doing nothing.
He's
It
on the
said,
treadmill.
this guy walks around all these auctions, and he's like, the car industry is dying. Don't overpay for a car right now. Wait a little bit, because these cars are sitting in auction. They're supposed to sell and turn over once a week.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting for 3 weeks. Some of these cars are sitting for 3 weeks,
Yeah, and they're
4
going
weeks,
back on the auction block.
and they're selling for absolute whatever they can get. Doesn't matter what they want, they can get it.
A lot of dealers, if they don't sell it in 3 weeks, they put it back on the auction block. And a lot of them lately, they either lose money or they go through 3 or 4 auctions, and then they take a lot less than they were asking for them.
But if they go through the auction, the paperwork's a hell of a lot easier to deal with, and you cut it as a loss, and it's capital loss, and you can write that shit off on your taxes. So it's a little easier to deal with than losing money. They're not going to sell you and I a car cheaper and then
No
then
incentive
call it
for
a
them.
capital loss because it just doesn't look good for them. They don't want to admit they screwed up to us. They'll admit to anybody else that's in the industry. But the car industry, yes.
I
The
told
car
you.
repair, car industry.
I told you the dealership that I bought my car from called me last week or whatever, wanting to update their information in their system. And
Okay.
it's like, you still got the car you got? Like, yep. Oh, well, we might have somebody that's interested in buying that.
Maybe you did tell me this.
And okay. She says, you interested in selling? Like, for the right price? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's for sale.
Okay.
Well, he said, send me the mileage and a couple of pictures or whatever and VIN number. So I did. And he says, well, what are you thinking for a price? I'm like, well, they're selling between 16 and 18,000 with the miles that I have on it. He's like, yeah, but that's outright. I'm like, yeah, I'm selling it outright.
Did you should have said,
Well,
give me their number.
We have to cover all our fees and our liability. Like, yeah, but you said you had somebody that wants to buy it, so give them my number. They can come buy it from me for that price. Well, that's not how this works. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to sell
Have a
you
nice day.
a car for
But
10
then how do
grand
we get a cut?
for you to turn around and charge it 18 grand to somebody. That's not how this is going to work.
Yeah, that's
why
not how this
people
works.
don't go to fucking dealerships.
I'll let you make 7% grand total.
Maybe.
I'll let you make
7% be pushing it.
For being a middleman? Ah.
But then those poor bastards have to pay the full price on tax on whatever they pay for that car from that asshole. Where if they bought it from you,
They could.
why don't you put it on Facebook for some crazy ass number and let them find you?
Yeah. And I text the guy back. I was like, yeah, never mind. I like my car too much. I'm good. Never got another response.
That's funny. Yeah. Very inconvenient. He'll call you and kiss your ass until you say no, and he won't say, okay, man, sorry for bugging you. Nothing.
Or he
That's
tries to freaking tell me,
fucked
yeah,
up.
I'm not going to pay that for it. Yeah? Yeah? You asked if it was for sale, and I told you everything's for sale for the right price.
Yeah,
you might not
it's
like
for
my
sale.
right price, but that's my right price.
I gave you the answer you were looking for. Yeah, it's for sale. Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
what
what I
else is there,
wanted.
though?
This is what I want.
But
The gas industry, they could be pricing themselves out of business, but they're never gonna.
in this,
That's a trick fucking...
this is happening over the last 3, 4, 5 years. You know, just talking, I said about overpaying for a vehicle.
All the cars that we own, though, with the short selling on these auctions, our car values are going to start dropping pretty quick. Anyway, go ahead.
I got a coworker that he wrecked his T-Ho
Yep.
and supposedly it's totaled. Which, okay, whatever, maybe. But
Buy it back.
turn around and I was told he purchased it in 2020. So 3 years ago. Used with like 100 to 120,000 miles on it for $14,000.
Doesn't seem too bad, though.
That currently he owes on it more than it's worth currently.
So he's in the red.
Upside down.
So he's struggling and trying to find a vehicle and get a loan and all this other shit.
While
But
being
why would
upside
you
down.
pay?
If he had a good insurance company, you just call it insurance company. No, you go ahead and find me another one just like it and bring it to me. I paid you all this money to insure it for this purpose right here. Go find me another one. I'll give you a couple days to find it and have it delivered.
Well, I've seen instances on YouTube where people have had to do their own legwork and research because the insurance company, say you got a Mustang, a Mustang GT. The insurance, if you wreck it, the insurance company will go find some V6 Mustang and say, well, there's your car. Well, no. I get it. They're trying to make some money in the end. But
They already made money.
they're relying... You have to do the research yourself to get what the vehicle is worth. And they're relying on, well, it's slippage. It's what Menards does with the 11%. They're relying on you not sending it in. That's how they make money.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
They are. 90% of people don't turn their freaking rebates in.
Just like the beer rebates, the $3.50 case of Bud Light that you guys love so much.
I'm in the 10% range of the Menards freaking 11% shit that, dude,
I'm big on those.
I made quite a bit of money off Menards.
I think Ionia County altogether is pretty big on their 11% rebate.
Well, there was that one day, I think it was during 11%, you and I were in line at Menards behind some family, spending $9,000 in one go. Bunch of building materials, and Jesus.
Man,
Imagine dropping $9,000.
Man, those Romans. Woo!
I spent $1,500 on freaking wet wipes and freaking hand sanitizer. Turn around and they paid me freaking $700 to take it.
That's insane.
Literally. They literally paid me to take it because it was whatever, $3.99 a bottle.
Yeah, they always have once or twice a year. They have those instances.
It was $3.99 a bottle with a $4.99 per bottle mail-in rebate.
No limit.
No limit. I loaded up. I called up there, had them get a freaking pallet of it, and they literally put a pallet of it in the bed of my truck, and then a pallet of these wipe-out wipes, and then a pallet of these grime-off freaking wipes.
You told us this before, but what did you end up doing with them? I can't remember.
I still have some of it, but I've donated it to Rather Elementary, some other schools, Soaring Above Teen Center.
I would have found somebody to buy my fuel, and I'd taken it to the veterans home.
And see, I'm not opposed to that. I still have some.
Take some to Hotel California.
Yeah, that guy, yeah, he probably needs something to wipe his dick off from the little kids. He's disgusting asshole. God, what
Well, here's a little bit of light on that subject, too, if you want to go there.
Yeah, why not? now you got my wheels turning, or your wheels are turning, I don't know.
If you find the information that I found and look into it, every case has been insufficient evidence.
Somebody was living there that had enough evidence. Some woman was living there that had enough evidence against her that she had a
Listing.
Yeah. He found it. He showed me earlier today.
A registry listing.
Yes, she's registered as a sex offender.
At that address.
Dun 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 dun, dun. Pervert.
Because my wife's looked into it quite a lot through her
Connection.
channels.
How the hell does he get it all dismissed because not insufficient fucking evidence? Give me a break.
I don't know.
Today, if it was some guy saying, no, you can't give my kid a sex change, there's enough evidence there to put that guy in prison for life.
In Michigan, if you don't use someone's pronouns,
it's $10,000 fine.
Yeah.
But this guy gets oh, God.
You know, I watched the video. Speaking of that shit right there, I watched a video today. When they do a sex change, do they change the pelvic bone?
Nope.
I don't know.
No.
But if you chop a dog's balls off, he's still a boy.
Okay, and that's what I'm getting at. Because if they don't change the pelvic bone is the only bone in the human body that is different between a man and a woman.
I think all bones are. Men typically have denser bones.
But a
structure-wise,
man's pelvic bone
it's narrower.
doesn't separate for childbirth.
Right. I'll tell you what, when Amy gets feeling better, she's going to have an extra bone in her.
Mailman?
Dude,
Milkman?
fucking A.
Next door neighbor?
It's been a minute. I'm ready.
Reeser? We can call Reeser. See how he feels about that. We can schedule some time.
No.
Is it a kidney stone or is it some other test?
Dude. Yeah. Now you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. Anywho,
Play hide the little fucking sausage.
we were talking
Smokey
about
Link.
businesses. We got to come up with another one. Let's think about this for a minute. We went over a couple. Pricing yourself out of business. What's another one? There's got to be. There's a million of them out there, and
Bud Light.
Groceries. Groceries are we're not buying the junk food we used to. We're buying the essentials, right? So
That's
the
just
junk food industry is probably taking a hit.
Yeah, but they didn't price themselves out. They got inflated out.
Right. But that's
Yes
still
and no, but you look at, I don't even know. A little Debbie snack cake used to be $1. Now they're $1.69,
Yeah.
but they've shrunk a quarter of the size that they were.
you're still taking the cream pies.
No, I'm giving the cream pies.
Not what I heard.
Why do you think your farts are so greasy, buddy?
Because I eat truck stop food.
And take cream pies.
Anyway, the groceries are just pricing people to death.
Yep.
The fuel. Thank God. Knock on wood. When your president stole the election, the Andrew kid came to me with his car a second time, and I'm like, you know what? I know what's about to happen because this happened. Remember, it was like $6 with all the hurricanes and all the shit and the politics all at the same time. Florida had gas was $6 a gallon. Up here it was $4 or $5 a gallon for a minute. It went back down a little bit. But
And
I
you
knew it was
still
going to
voted
happen,
for
so
him.
I had to buy a different car because my truck was going to slay me to death when fuel prices. Bought that car. So fuel's killing people. It's pricing people out of work. People probably taking less paying jobs closer to home and still making more money.
Well, remote jobs, I think, have spiked as well,
Oh, 100, yeah, you ain't lying. Dude, that's
which
a
is
big
helping out a lot. But traffic is still insane on the roads,
one. Right.
But we're adding to the workforce every day.
according
People
to your
drop-
president.
Yeah,
People dropping out of fucking school. People freaking graduating school. People graduating college. We're adding to the workforce.
So I saw a distressing fact earlier. So with construction labor, statistics say for every 50 people that leave the workforce, only 7 are moving into construction to fill their spots. So
Technology's moving a long ways there, too.
it's not even that. Because the old men all gatekeep construction, which kind of pushes the young kids out. But young kids now don't want to do a manual labor job. They
No.
want to sit at a desk and play on their play on the computer. They don't want to actually break a sweat.
Not even construction. Any skilled trade job for the last 15 to 20 years has been shunned. You got to go get a 4-year degree to be anything in the fucking to be anything. To get a freaking job at McDonald's, you got to have a 4-year degree. Oh, by the way, don't go into a skilled trade because them fuckers don't make nothing. They're a piece of shit and they're just freaking dirty, nasty.
Yet they're the
fucks.
ones making the money now. But back to play on what you're saying, the 4-year, there's another one that's pricing themselves out of business. Not only pricing themselves out of business, but politicizing themselves out of business.
No.
The colleges.
No, they're not.
Colleges are. My kids are like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to be.
But there's plenty of kids that are still buying into this that lie that you need a 4-year degree. And they're not pricing themselves out because the government is always willing to give you a loan. And it's a loan you can't bankrupt yourself out of. So these kids are brainwashed to think you must go to college or you're going to be working at McDonald's the rest of your life.
Yep.
Right.
And I guess I have to take on this debt, but it's fine. I can make 80 grand after college as a teacher. Then they get all the way through college, never researching the job that they're looking at. They get out and they realize this doesn't pay dick. And now I got all this debt I can't ever get rid of.
You know, if you look
Teachers,
at it, 1% of the workforce, 1% of the workforce makes 6 figures. Do you know your average income for a man is $54,000? That's average.
And the teachers are making 60 to 70 on average. At 7 months a year. They're making 10 grand a month. Maybe call it 9 grand a month.
Hold on.
I don't know that. Because
We looked it up once, remember? You go, oh, it's only like 40 grand. I'm like, the fuck it is. We looked it up. You looked it up, and it was like 60 grand.
But I know certain school districts, the poorer school districts, like ours.
Entry level teacher, Michigan, 29 to 60K. Entry level.
Right here is closer to the 60 mark.
Meanwhile, your bus drivers don't get paid anything
Right.
much at all.
Bus mechanics. You know how much bus mechanics?
They're not they're not really mechanics. They're oil change experts. Because they know they got them deep pockets of the taxpayer. So if the bus breaks, we'll buy a new
They'll
one.
just send it to, yeah.
They'll sell it off. They'll buy a brand new one.
You know how much they pay the bus drivers? About
15?
$16 to $17 an hour. They do the same for the bus mechanics at the bus garage in any Ionia County school system.
And they're still spending just as much as you are on tools.
Yep.
That's crazy, dude.
Tail end of COVID, there were a lot of school districts around the country that wanted people that had CDLAs to get their school bus endorsement and go drive bus for the schools. And they were offering like $1,000 sign-on bonuses. Well, one, why would I take a pay cut to deal with screaming kids that are causing issues and you can't do anything about it except sit there and take note of who's doing what? And their parents are still going to defend the piece of shit kids.
One school that way. One teacher lives out by my old man. Did. 80 grand a year. No special anything. Just a teacher. Elementary.
Jesus.
Okay? That brings the average up. No special anything. No summer part of it. No summer school. No driver's ed. No nothing. Okay?
Oh, I hate to do driver's ed too.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't handle it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, dude, I can't even ride my kid. He's not horrible.
Dude, I don't want anybody driving that you've trained.
If it's not my kid, I'm
As
a lot
long as
better at
there's-
training.
Jeremy, as long as there's not a clutch, it's fine.
No shit.
It's not the clutch itself. It's just the one fucking part, okay? I got trouble with that one thing. Actually, I don't have trouble with it at all. He does.
No, you have trouble. You have. See,
dude, I figured it out.
You're old enough that your mind's slipping
I think it's
Like
my
the
foot slipping
clutches.
off.
because you keep misplacing your clutch brake.
Well, I don't misplace them. They kind of, well, parts of it,
You misplace them. Have you found one yet?
I've seen them
Hold
in
on.
our parking lot before.
You gotta tell them to stop putting them cheap glass ones in.
I know, man. You're just putting like a glass jaw on those things. Look.
I just wish you would quit putting all your weight on that fucking clutch pedal.
I mean, that's probably not what's doing it.
It's the fact that he
You're
keeps...
supposed to push it to the floor, right? When you
No!
come to a stop?
No!
No, you do that to get it in.
First to reverse, that's it. Other than that, you leave that fucking clutch pedal 3 inches off the fucking
I
floor.
don't use the clutch going down the highway or shifting normal, just
Okay.
off a stop.
No.
I hold that pedal halfway because I'm not feeling power going to the wheels, and it's not down to the floor.
You push that clutch pedal all the way down to the freaking floor, and there goes ping, clutch brake.
Once it goes ping, then you got to use the whole clutch, buddy. You gotta use the whole
Yeah. Quit letting it go ping.
I don't know. I've never heard the
Jesus
ping. I
fuck.
turn the radio up usually.
Hence the reason you don't need to be training anybody to drive.
man, I don't know how many clutch brakes I've gone through, but I can tell you
Jeremy?
the blinker levers, I think I've broken 6 or 7 of those.
I bet that your freaking turn signal lever to clutch brake ratio
Does your left turn
is
signal
probably
burn out?
60-40. 60% turn signal lever, 40% clutch brake. And I bet in 11 years I've been there, if you add each individual part, or all just the single parts up, I bet we're mid double digits.
What's the cents per mile?
But what about the steering wheel adjustment paddle cable?
I put one in your truck.
Why do you keep adjusting your steering
Andy's
wheel?
done a couple.
Then quit adjusting it.
I used to throw it up when I get out every time.
You
When I
are
get
the
out so
same
much,
fatness for the
I don't
last
do it
11
anymore
years.
because I don't want to wear
Quit
the fucker
adjusting
out.
the fucking thing.
I'm not adjusting
Get in the
it. I'm getting it
fucking
out of my way.
Why?
Are you
Why?
driving like a woman with the steering wheel in your lap?
No.
That's what it sounds like.
I went on
He's
the-
driving like James and has to have it fucking touching his gut.
No, I bring it down like F1.
It's a Volvo. It's not that fast.
Oh yeah, it's got Cummins power, man. ISX all day.
Yeah, typical Volvo. Come-ins.
No, man. I've had some trouble with some turn signals and some clutch brakes and some cables and what else have I broke on those things?
AC.
Incessantly.
AC.
Yeah. I wear that out pretty good.
For some reason, you keep burrowing a hole in the seat.
Right about bunghole level. Oh my gosh.
Older trucks, door window crank.
Oh yeah, those fucking things are terrible.
No.
No, the window, the track, dude. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as you go to put it
Door
down,
track.
and all of a sudden the window just goes clunk all the way down inside the door. It's like, oh shit, where the fuck did it
Again,
go?
problem with fucking Volvos.
You know what? I'll take a Volvo every day.
Why?
Oh, dude, they're more comfortable. They're roomier.
Because
you can
he
see
loves
out of
the way
them.
they sound going down the road. You know the
Okay.
No, man,
Two types
Power.
of people drive Volvos,
They
and they both
growl.
start with F.
they growl when you hit the fucking
Foreigners
gas.
and friends.
I get a kick out of the ones, the fucking guys, doesn't matter what brand truck it is, but the
Volvo.
foreigners that have the picture of
Volvo.
themselves on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen those yet?
I think I sent you guys the picture of the one
There's a
I
bunch
saw
of 'em out
in
there.
Eaton Rapids.
most of them holding a rifle or something.
or
Yeah.
shotgun.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
shotgun
just.
rifle, I don't know.
You wish you could
I don't
have that.
advocate violence, but I wish somebody would shoot at that thing.
Dude, you wish
I
you had a
just
picture on the
kind of
side
wish
of your
they would go
Volvo.
back home and just drive down the road and find the fucking roadside bombs for us.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be ideal.
I just need one of those guys to follow me around and pick up all my fucking clutch brakes.
Pray to Allah every time they fucking bend down to pick one up.
Yeah, I hope their forehead hits a fucking landmine. I said that out loud. I didn't mean that.
If they're following you, I guess road apple could be a landmine.
So pricing themselves out.
Yeah.
We're done with that. What else we got?
Fucking no.
We spin out of control so much it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
We spin out like Mustangs do.
Well, we haven't hit a crowd yet, but the night's still young.
Did you send me the RC freaking car leaving its shelter?
I did.
Thanks, asshole.
Oh, dude, that was funny. I'm like, I had to make sure you watch the whole thing, so I put the end and then a laugh emoji. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want him to fucking quit.
Quit too early.
Yeah. Clunk.
I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Every video I watch now is a Mustang taking out people.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Did you watch the one guy get taken out twice by the same Mustang?
I think I did. Yeah.
He got hit. The guy
Came
fucking
right
spun
around.
around the other way. Fucking hit him back the other way. It's like, and the guy keeps running out fucking behind the car.
Why would anybody be within any sort of distance
No
near
shit.
a Mustang?
Yeah.
Especially with one that's got a throttle.
Dude, you sit at a car show and a Mustang rolls in, time to leave.
I walk wide. I'm like, this thing is going to take off any minute.
You walk in front of it, it's going to accelerate. Even if the engine's off. It's just built into
It's
the
going to
car.
lunge. Bitch.
Whatever. Mine hasn't ever hit a crowd yet.
Yet. See, he said yet.
Like Camaros always had the LeBra, right? On the front of them.
Oh,
Fucking
Jesus
Mustangs always
Christ.
had wife beaters. Oh, come on, dude. That's funny. That's fucking funny.
I got
Back in
nothing.
the late 80s, early 90s, everything. Even the fucking... What the hell was that Pontiac that they had? And the Chevy Berlinetta? Not a Berlinetta. Oh, dude, what was it? I had the flat back Beretta.
Beretta.
Chevy Beretta.
Beretta.
Every Beretta back then had a LeBron on it. Every Fox body gets a fucking wife beater.
I mean, like I said, I got nothing.
The Beretta. And the Sunfire and the Sunbird. And the,
Z34.
yep, that was a Cavalier.
Yep.
Well, that was a Z24.
Z24.
Yeah, Z34 was... Which
Z34 was a Beretta.
was it? Okay. The cars that had the 3100s and the 3800s, those were great. If you took care of those things, they're probably still running today. Grand Ams.
Not in this state.
How would you know?
Grand Ams.
Not in this state.
Well, right. They're all rusted out, smashed from deer and stupid shit.
Mustangs.
Yeah, Robbie.
There's a Fox, dude. There's a really clean Fox body up by Jason's house. I just rode by it today. White one, GT. It's actually not a bad looking little car.
You see,
Convertible?
No,
That's a good car then.
you see that,
Then you go on a road trip and go check it out.
see that Facebook listing I sent you the other day for Gavin?
Yeah, I did. I don't want any fucking project car for him. Not yet. He ain't old enough and he ain't willing to get a good enough job. If he wants a project car, he keeps bringing them to me, and I'm like, you ain't ready. You don't want to work construction or anything like that, then you ain't ready. But I did get one tonight from Bill Hoffman, maybe? Somebody sent it to me. Oh,
Does it have a suspension issue?
no, right there. No, who's that?
No, it wasn't James.
Speaking of Hoffman.
Was it you guys, maybe? I don't know.
Speaking of Hoffman. When are we going to go back to Grand Rapids Grand Prix?
Oh.
And by the way, speaking of pricing themselves out of business.
Grand Rapids Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got like 8 races paid for, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
This guy's got a gun all up to his face. Yeah. It's awesome, right?
I can't race anymore
Why?
because my hands go numb the amount of laps.
No.
My hands go numb and fucking hurt so fucking bad. I love doing it, but I fucking...
Maybe.
Yeah, it gets tiring.
I thought the last time wearing gloves would help. No. That fucking vibration just freaking kills my hands.
It was Bill. That's for sale just north of here.
Yep. A buddy of mine posted it. He shared videos. The guy that shoots all my mud truck videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not him, but he
Like-
shared the listing. He's got a bunch of video of it.
I kind of figured you know him since it was Chevy powered.
Oh, shit. I got
Oh,
something.
boy.
I got something for Gavin. 1984 Fiero.
Oh, that's something for Jason. He loves those things.
130,000 miles. Won't go into first or second. Oh, dude, it's perfect for you.
Mm-hmm.
Clutch won't engage, but does grind if you try third or fourth.
It sounds like it's really fun.
Clutch brake!
I was going to say,
Fucking truck driver own shit.
4-speed Iron Duke. We'll trade for a nice 4-wheeler or a golf cart.
There you go.
no.
Trade off the fucking side-by-side.
Hey, look. I just found that same one you were looking at.
Ah, perfect.
Anyway, what's next?
Oh, we went over our dream cars, but we've never published an episode yet. So
Are we going to do this one, publish?
I don't know. This one's not bad. What's
let's-
your dream car, Moody? What's your number one dream car? And don't say the one you got.
No. If it was a dream car, I'd be a lot happier.
Speaking of fucked up clutches and transmissions.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a whole nother subject there.
Yeah, that's a pile of work, and it's been way too hot lately. It's not my dream, but I'd love to drive an Audi R8 V10.
Really? All right.
I'm not I don't care too much for the looks of it, but the V10 I think would be a riot in that car. Just to try it?
I don't know if that makes... I mean, it doesn't... The amount of cylinders these days doesn't really make a difference anymore. It used to be a huge fucking deal breaker, but V10 over V8, I don't know what is. Because, like...
Most of V10s ever fucking made are smaller cubic inches than our fucking big block V8s.
And, like, the Ford had one and Dodge had one, and they were all... They were very commonly rated as overrated.
They were. The Ford V10 was 6.8 liters.
And it was a piece of shit.
A 460 is 7.5 liters.
Jesus.
Alright, so the...
A 454 is 7.4 liter.
R8 V10 is 602 horse. You can get more than that out of your run-of-the-mill V8 Dodge.
All right. That's your...
No, not that. I'd love to try it out. It sounds really good.
All right.
Dream car. Well, hold on. For, like,
Another...
weekend cruise or daily?
The only reason I'm bringing this up is because most of our podcast is based around the automotive industry, cars, cool shit, guns. So we're going to talk about cars for a minute. Your dream car, all around. Okay, so go daily driver, go...
Okay.
Call it your ice cream car. You're gonna put the wife in there. You're gonna take her to go get ice cream in it. Your show car, your baby, your whatever.
I'd probably say an Eleanor.
Really?
I like the look of the car.
That's pretty badass.
And also with that, because I'm assuming price is still somewhat of an issue, I could use
Price is no... Okay, so money's no issue, like...
purchase
Because
or
it's
day
your dream car. It's your dream car. It's not...
Well, no,
It's your ice cream getter, weekend driver, drive around town, not go back and forth to work. It's just your fucking play toy cruiser.
I'd still stick with an Eleanor.
Okay. The car I think I would go get ice cream in or whip around a corner.
2005 F250 red.
That was a
Or
350. 1 ton
With
all day.
38s and 11 miles on it.
Yeah. Actually, I think it would be like the newest possible ZR1 Corvette, which I think was like a 2019.
Why don't you just go borrow it? Oh.
Well, I've driven that C8. That thing is pretty bad, dude. It's unbelievable around the curves. It's unbelievable all the way around. That thing is, it's a monster of a car. The C8 Z51 package. I've driven it. It's crazy. But that ZR1 2019, basically a race Corvette, or the mid 60s Shelby Cobra. What car would you take?
Fox body.
What car would you take
What year?
dinner to your wife in?
What year Fox body?
65 candy apple red GTO. 389.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
389 with a tri-power.
There's one right here in town.
Non-convertible, has to be a hard top, not a rag top.
That's gay.
Fuck convertibles. Them fucking
Got
convertibles
that hard top and
are
a Bud
for
Light
New
and a cup
Balance
holder.
queers.
A Bud Light and a cup holder.
Now my second vehicle, you know, I confessed my love for this car last week. And I would fucking just burn the piss out of it. And it would be the fucking Unicorn.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Dude, that fucking car is badass.
Okay.
Hold
Let's
on.
spin off on... Okay, what?
I got one to spin off first. Pick one of the three. The Bandit Trans Am, Eleanor, or the General Lee.
I'll go first. Eleanor. The Trans Am is a cool looking car. It was gutless as fuck.
General Lee, Eleanor, or Bandit?
Well, let's talk. Let's discuss this for a minute. Eleanor with a Go Baby Go button that actually works?
Well, I mean,
Well, hold on. If we're going to that extreme, I want Kit.
Or, now,
the vibrating seat.
the General Lee, when they first came out with it and went to go into the race, and they they went to pop the hood on that Challenger out back or whatever the hell it was, and they found the new motor for the General Lee, and the motor they were putting in there was that blower motor that didn't stick through the hood of the Challenger, but had a blower and dual carb sitting on top of it that should have went through the hood on that Challenger.
No, generally in general.
Yeah.
The General Lee in general.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd still take the General Lee.
Really?
I would.
So the Chevy guys are taking Eleanor. Well, you haven't.
Eleanor.
Yeah, okay. So the Chevy guys are taking the Ford, and the Ford guys taking the Dodge. That's interesting.
That being
I'm
said,
not necessarily taking the Dodge.
Yeah.
Compare the car I just talked about just a few minutes ago. 66 or 65 GTO.
Okay.
And then a 69 Charger. Look at the body style. 67 Chevelle, a 66 Chevelle, all Coke body cars, all big long body cars.
well, if we're going,
I think
like,
they look a lot better.
You're leaving out girthy.
if the car was true to the lore of the media it comes from,
Right.
Kit would be great with that turbo boost button.
I don't remember enough of it.
But I don't want a fucking car talking to me constantly. But
Yeah, but if we're gonna go off the lore, then like
But that wasn't part of the list. He gave us
wasn't?
three.
no,
He gave us three. I went with Eleanor.
if we're gonna go with TV show cars, I want the Viper. The Viper turned into a submarine, an airplane, a fucking 4-wheel drive freaking truck, a freaking car.
the Viper.
Viper, the TV show? You don't remember that?
No.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Did you watch the 2008 Knight Rider?
Yeah, it's a fucking Mustang.
The
Yeah.
Ford sponsored. It was a Mustang, but it could convert to an F-150 and a Ford Fiesta. Dude, it's weird.
No, that Viper. Look it up. It was an actual TV show called Viper or whatever, and it turned into a submarine, an airplane.
I think it was a Mountain Dew fueled
and
dream.
And maybe.
Was it the same car as the ambiguously gay duo drove? Yeah, I'm sticking with Eleanor.
Yeah.
Spin off of that, tow pigs. What's your tow pig? Whatever you want. Tow pig. Okay,
God
so
damn
let me
it. What's the
elaborate on
name
that. The tow pig is what
Just say
what
it.
you're gonna haul your car to the car show. What you're gonna haul your race car. What you're gonna haul your camper. It's your not your daily, but your tow pig. You're towing everything with it.
You know,
Your big enclosed trailer.
you guys are probably going to give me shit. 2014 Ford F3 with 6.7 and the Ric Flair turbo.
Woo!
Yep.
That's not a bad tow pig. I don't think it's a bad.
I get it. The turbos are less reliable in that year, but woo!
Okay, so we're talking tow pigs.
Yeah.
Okay.
06,
Nope.
05, 06,
Nope.
60.
Nope. The Highwayman semi,
I'm gonna go.
because that's a helicopter also.
You just crash it.
Maybe.
You
Into
get
a
up in
crowd.
the air and the clutch brake would fall out.
Only if you fucking drove it prior.
Well, I would go with like a big, one of those, dude, like super sleeper motorhome kind of toter home kind of things, but with also with the huge fucking semi trailer. But it would
Like
have
the
to. It would have to be
reliable transport.
Like
Yeah.
your neighbor.
Car haulers.
down
or-
here, yeah. But I want the ISX, but I want the 600 horsepower, and I want that Volvo cab.
Ugh. Ruined it there.
No, come on. That's my tow pig. But I want a lot of power, and it's got to be manual with a not a cheap fucking clutch brake.
If it's like a motorhome where the living cabin is connected to the Volvo cab, then okay, I can get behind the Volvo because there's so much space between the seats.
Yeah.
I've seen sleeper manual T800s, and all I wonder is how the fuck do you get past the shifter?
Well, it tickles.
No, you see the guys with that shifter almost to the roof of the truck. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
So, we both went with semis. You went with a pickup. That's
Yeah.
my tow pig, though. Anyway, what else can we spin off on that? We did our dream car. We did our tow pigs. We did our movie cars.
Daily.
Daily. Ooh, all right.
What would you want as your daily?
Daily driver. So, gas mileage be damned.
Well, that's up to you.
Yeah, gas mileage be damned.
Gas mileage be damned. Fucking R8 V10 it is then. I'm gonna get to work real fast.
All right. I gotta think about this one.
Well,
Kind of
actually,
threw me a curveball there.
hold on. I'm changing from the R8, a stadium truck, because that way it would ride smooth on these Michigan roads.
That's the only way to do it. I'm not gonna go next.
Okay.
Hint, hint.
You said gas mileage be damned, right? Any daily driver.
Any daily,
I already
any
know-
vehicle you want,
Let
daily.
me take this one for a second. Hold on, Moody. Before
Oh,
you
God.
answer
Nope.
it. Hold on. Don't answer it yet.
It ain't what you think, so keep fucking...
2005, 2006,
It's-
60.
Absolutely doesn't matter. Daily driver for fun, comfort, speed, whatever. Doesn't matter. Fuel mileage be damned. What do you got?
Murder Nova.
I didn't think of that
You
one.
did not.
I actually sent him one that I thought was going to be your answer.
I think that should be your answer, though.
It's either Murder Nova or Kurt Russell's freaking Death Proof Nova.
Wow, you're not even top two. Die.
Right? Right? Damn. Dude, you know what? Like a pro touring 1,000 horsepower, maybe a hearse.
Drag hearse with a
Well,
big old...
pro touring. So yeah, it's got big tires on the back, but it still turns. Pro touring, handles like a dream, fast as
How
fuck,
about
bro.
a Buddha hearse?
Oh, yeah. That Nissan Buddha hearse.
I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
one he showed us last week that has his fucking big wooden freaking
yeah.
Buddhist temple on the back of this fucking...
Oh yeah,
The
no,
Nissan pickup
no,
with
with
a
a great
Buddhist
big,
temple on
yeah,
the
it's
thing.
actually a coffin on it. No, like a 57, early 50s.
So you want a Ghostbusters ambulance?
Yep, but pro touring
Hold on. Lincoln or Caddy?
caddy, all day caddy. Like
Hey.
the agents, I have cataracts. I have Rankins.
Do you want to tell him what your guess for him was?
What do you think my guess was?
What do I think he...
Your guess, mileage be damned
And
Or-
whatever, doesn't matter.
for your daily.
Okay, there's another
That doesn't
one.
sound like
Actually,
fireworks.
here,
Does that sound like
let
fireworks
me
to
put a
you?
third one in my space. That's fireworks.
Oh, no, there's no Sky Pops.
Let me put a third one on mine. Okay.
That doesn't sound like fireworks to me. That
No.
sounds like pistol.
That sounds like a vendetta. Anyways,
Here, we'll put a third one out there on mine. We'll see if he's correct. Bigfoot.
still no.
Nope. I said unicorn.
You want to change your answer?
Nope.
No, but Bigfoot's pretty good. That one, I might want to change mine now.
I mean, even
Grave
the,
digger.
even the Huna truck.
Even if
The
you
Huna
had,
truck, the dent side freaking Huna truck.
even if you had Bigfoot, you'd still be doing 60 miles an hour in the left lane.
He's not wrong.
Actually, that truck probably can't do 65. 30 miles an hour in the left lane.
I'd be happy with that.
But
Nobody's gonna pass me.
Dude, did you watch the freaking Shark Attack fucking backflip?
No,
Monster Truck Shark
Oh.
Attack?
I've seen a lot of them, but I haven't seen maybe not that one. Why? I've seen a ton of them. I
This
follow
fucker?
everything monster truck. I follow.
You've seen the monster trucks doing backflips now. Same
Yeah,
way
they're
with the
doing
mega
front
trucks.
flips now.
This fucking shark attack, he was upside down, flat upside down, 70 feet in the air.
Huh.
And it still came back around and landed on its wheels.
70 feet?
Look at the video.
And it stuck the landing.
Yep. Perfect. Flat landing. Not even front wheels first, back wheels. It fucking.
I think I'd rather have maybe the front wheels hit first and try to soften it up a little bit.
Okay. Bigfoot or Gravedigger?
Gravedigger.
Bigfoot.
Gravedigger.
Gravedigger. All day. Bigfoot hasn't even existed in how long?
Bullshit.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Bigfoot probably still has a full regular pickup frame under it.
No, it does not. I see freaking new Bigfoots all the time. Okay. After Bigfoot, for me, it would be the Michigan Ice Monster.
Oh, really? Dude, that thing was for sale not long ago with tracks on it.
There's a new one.
Moody's got your shifter all figured out for you in your truck.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
Big dildo on it? Oh, butt plug.
Well, no, it's got a hand rest, so you're...
See,
Actually, while you're going down the road, instead of looking at the road, you can just go...
if you flip that over, you can use that as a samurai sword handle. Anyway.
I don't think you would.
It's a little slippery, but...
There's full-blown fucking peanuts on this thing and corn. What the fuck is on this thing?
How did they get corn on the handle?
It's fucking slobbery.
Anyway,
Anyway, what?
So what's next?
Wow.
That's up to you, gents.
Oh my god. Well, we were spinning on cars. What are we on next? We did our tow peg. We did our daily. We did everything else. What do we stick with cars for a minute? Motorcycles. Dream motorcycles. We're all kind of. I've had a bunch of motorcycles. Moody's had a couple. You have dream bikes. I know you do. Every red-blooded white cracker in the middle of Michigan's got a dream bike.
Nope.
You seem like a Harley kind of guy.
Nope. You want to know what my dream bike is?
What?
Zuma.
2007 Big Dog Canine.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
I kind of want to try a Ninja H2.
Oh my god.
That Canine's got 117 cubic inch S&S with a right side drive 6-speed Baker. 300 millimeter wide rear tire, 230 or 250 millimeter
car tire.
Yep.
You guys are giving shit to me about 62 on the highway. That's about all the things we can get.
Yeah. Did
Dream
that
bike.
H2.
Oh man, that's up there, dude. That's the fastest bike, like mass production.
Fastest street bike.
Well,
Production street. Because they have the H2R, which is like 240 horse.
that thing is crazy. It's
The H2 production, 200 horse, street legal.
You see that one guy that has that big block on a bike? Nitrous and supercharged.
Oh,
the old man at the
Big
fucking
Hoss.
fuel pump. No, that's a Boss Hoss.
Boss Hoss.
Those have small blocks on them.
they have
This
big
big
blocks. They have
block is-
big blocks too.
This guy built this one, a big block, custom, all that shit. He says something like highest he said is 212.
Well,
So you guys want to talk about Boss Hoss for a second? Let's do that. There's
It
a
was
guy
like a
that's
7-liter.
a big YouTube guy on motorcycles. He'll buy the cheapest Amazon bike. He'll buy the most expensive electric Amazon bike.
And the
He
owner of
Tesla
Boss Hoss brought him a trailer load of
That's
bikes.
the one.
Yep.
He goes,
watched
I
that the
bought
other
this
day.
and I wanted to hate it. I rode it and absolutely fell in love with it. I cannot believe it. So the guy, he goes, I contacted Boss Hoss, whatever, and Mr. Boss Hoss, whoever he is, brought him a trailer load of all of his personal bikes and says,
Ride.
have at it.
I watched a
Take
video
a week, 2 weeks, whatever, have at it. Ride
of
the
a
piss out of it.
motorcycle YouTuber. Saw a Boss Hoss at a gas station. LS7. 7-liter.
Damn.
And the old man riding it, they asked him, "Can you blip the throttle for us?" And the old man kind of gave it a little bit.
He said,
You
"Any
could
more
see
than that,
him.
it'll tip over or some
You could
shit."
see him brace it, and he gave it just a quick wrap, and that bike almost threw this old man to the ground.
Really?
Oh yeah,
That'd be awesome.
No, it's funny what that guy was saying about those boss hosses or whatever. Said on the on-ramp, he was trying to get up to 60 mile an hour. He let out of it to get back down to 60 mile an hour when he was at 90.
Yeah. I seen the same one. It
And
was
that
impressive.
That was the American flag bike.
Okay.
He was on the American flag bike. But no, there's a guy up to Crystal that, long time ago, a buddy of mine, his family knew or whatever. That was the first boss hoss I ever seen. And it was, I mean, you walk up to it, I'm like,
You don't
that's
even want
a
to
small
fucking
block Chevy.
breathe on it, right? They're badass, and they're brand new. They're not like some 74 small block that got
And
rebuilt.
This was 98 when he had this. And he says, "You know the bad thing about that bike?" I said, "What?" I put it on its side at a stop sign.
Oh my god! Oh, they're probably top heavy as fuck.
I had to sit there until somebody could come help me stand it back up. Because I couldn't.
Hey Moody, see up in the corner right there by the eaves trough?
Yep.
There's a camera right there.
Yep.
There's another one over there on that corner right in front of where you were pissing, pointed at the door. I hope you didn't have your dick out for too long.
It's
Fucking
small
the Dunlop fucking hit it.
Before I get to my bikes list, you said he tipped it over. We put my Articat in the back of my green truck at one of the badass truck expos. Remember that?
Yep.
Oh, dude. Amy took off with my truck to go home. I'm like, just take it home, park it. I'll get the quad out later.
Didn't she unload it at fucking Main Street in fucking 66?
Right. You know where
or something?
Lily's repair service
Oh,
is?
yep, Adams and fucking Steel.
The fucking quad fell out, but it fell on the tires. Some dude and his son stopped and put it back in my truck.
Yep.
I'm
I
like,
remember
are you
telling
kidding
that.
me? Holy shit, that thing's heavier than shit.
But you remember your scooter that you had at the time, and Chris?
Brian? Or yes, Chris's little brother.
Yep, Chris was holding it up in the back of the truck, let off the fucking brake when you.
Somebody,
Brian-
they gunned the gas on this S10, and my fucking scooter fell out, but it landed on the tires. And I'm
Chris
like,
rode it
oh my
away,
God,
didn't
you
he?
fucking assholes.
It fucking
No.
landed on the tires with fucking Chris on it.
Yeah, somebody was sitting
Chris
on it.
Chris was sitting on it. His brother was driving the fucking his blue S10.
Dude, I've got a lot of crazy stories that I've forgotten. That's insane. My favorite bikes are my dream bikes. That's going to be a tough one, man. I've had a million bikes, right? It will never be a Harley. My dream bike will never be a Harley. I absolutely, I don't loathe them. I love what they've done for the two-wheel industry. Kind of like the Beatles did for rock and roll and Elvis, but they never got beyond that. Moody fucked up one day. Maybe I fucked up.
Many days, but okay.
We were down there at
Uh-oh.
these people's old house down there,
Yep.
and I took off on, he let me take off on his Suzuki DRZ 400. It's basically a dirt bike with street tires, right? I took off on that fucker. Pretty soon they're calling me going, "Hey, where'd you go?" I'm still riding it. I was just goofing off on it. I wasn't beating on it. I was just riding it. Nice. Carving corners. Doing whatever.
I don't
having
own
fun.
it anymore. You can admit if you were dogging on it.
No, I didn't. I was decent to it. I wasn't like super baby in it, but I wasn't hard on it either. Dude, it's so much fun to ride. So then I started seeing these, a bunch of them. Husqvarna's got a what? 901, 701. I wanted one. They're so much fun. Now I got one. And I can honestly say I think I have my dream bike. Now, I have a 690 Duke, or Duke 690, whatever you want to call it, KTM. Perhaps I could get, because they've upgraded. Since that era, they went to a 790, and then from that one, they went to an 890. I think that's what they're on now. A lot faster, a lot more powerful, but maybe the 890 would be my dream bike. I took off on that thing today, and I left Jason's house, and I was carving corners. Cars pulling out in front of me. I just zip around them and give them the finger twice today. And then, 2 cars did that to me. They didn't see me. They pull out right in front of me. I'd zip around them, not give a shit, give them the finger like this. But a fucking John Deere tractor, actually it was my uncle, pulled out right in front of me on Johnson Road. One of the big ones with the big tall tires that stick way out, the sprayers.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled out right in front of me on the same fucking corner that Mike crashed his Metro on.
Did you go under him?
No. I went by him and I held my finger up like this. So riding motorcycles is dangerous as fuck is the point of that.
You know, I was on Johnson Road, right?
I had to pay Buzz.
He had to get Daddy's credit card to pay some bills.
Get his
I paid him.
allowance.
I gave him money today. I dropped $150 off for that lawn sweeper because he paid for it on the thing.
Had to pick up his allowance.
Yeah, right. I wish.
Yeah.
But anyway, the bike I have now might actually be my dream bike because it's so damn fun to ride.
Yeah, but don't you
It's
wish you'd
expensive
at
to
least
fix.
tried a 701?
I would love to try one. I would love to try a Ducati just like the Panigale, but the V4,
Oh, yeah.
the new one. The Ducati V4, I'd love to ride one. Maybe that's my dream bike.
No,
But the one I have now, I'm having so much damn fun on, it's dangerous as shit, though.
I can see you riding that Busa in the movie Torque.
I could see me riding my...
You seem like a Busa bro.
Yeah, So, the scooters are again... I don't ride motorcycles to go fast anymore. I gave that shit up. It was cool when I was a kid, and I was a bruh, but...
65
ride
is
for
a
the-
fast moody.
Yeah, I ride for the fun of it and carving corners and just, once in a while a one-wheel antic, one-wheel antic, whatever one.
When you put it back down on 2 wheels, does your arm and shoulder and back and everything start to twitch from the scars from the last fucking road rash you got when you wiped the fuck out?
I wasn't doing a wheelie when I did that.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
were.
but you were doing stupid speeds.
Wasn't you down on Main Street when you did that?
Yeah, prison guard pulled out in front of me. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Just pulled the prison guard pulled out, yeah. August 8, 1998, I got basically peeled alive. All my
Yeah.
skin came off.
Her name was Mindy.
Not 98.
Oh, she's still pulling skin. No, what was his name? Kelly Allen, I think was his name. It was a weird... There's certain things you just don't forget in your life, right? The day you crashed, you probably remember exact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I did, man. I peeled alive. I never broke a bone. I bled the shit out of it. But anyway,
I suggest not breaking the bone.
yeah. I've seen you walk. It sucks. It's painful to watch.
If you do
dude.
break a bone, when they take the cast off, don't put as much weight on it as Moody did.
Well,
Hold up.
He
I
didn't
never
do all
got
the-
anything cool like a cast.
he still wears his bedpan around the house on his head.
Well, that's just because I don't want to get up.
I'll do that. Maybe the Ducati because it's like the great bike.
The V4.
Yeah, that big V4 Panigale, the new one.
I don't know.
Newest.
Ducati Monster might be kind of fun.
Nope. But I don't ride. The scooters are a riot. That being said, me and Gavin went last weekend. He had his mom's because it keeps up with mine pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I did tear yours apart this week. Cleaned the variator. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, my kid has gotten pretty good. Like, I used to make him stay back and offset to go around corners and stuff. But now he doesn't even ask me or he doesn't do it. He sticks right next to me. If he's on the inside of the corner, he hugs it and turns just fucking perfect right with me. And I'm like, I've been watching him like, oh my God, he's finally,
Catching on.
well, he's always been good.
It takes
He loves it.
practice.
He was scared of shit when he was little. Like, I'd make him ride with me. He hated leaning the bike over because I lean him way over when I turn. I'm probably too far, but
Whoa.
like that made him a little nervous. He'd like try to sit up, go the opposite way, and I'm like, no, dude, if it's leaning, just stay with it wherever I'm at. Just stay with me. But anyway, the older he gets, the better he gets, and we cruise by your house all the time. But like downtown, every corner, he was right on it, and I'm like, damn, he's fucking getting money. Do I step him up to a bigger bike? No, because no, I just don't want to because I know how fucking dangerous it is. Just like your kid, he's not bad on a scooter, but I don't want to see him on a big bike. They're insanely dangerous. Me and Moody ride. We can tell you. Don't let him get on one. Stop letting him get him. Stop. I know he loves them, dude. He's still in love with them.
People pull out in front of cars all the time.
Oh, dude, it's horrible.
And those are a lot easier to see than a motorcycle.
I wish I had my camera going today.
Why? Everyone was behind you.
No, the ones that did pull out in front of me, I'd love to show Joe.
Yeah.
It was bad. There was a couple of them.
Has he sold off those frames he's got?
What frames?
The broken bike frames?
Like I said, they were worth like $500 a piece, so he's like, get rid of them.
Sell them now.
That's what he says, but in actuality, real old actuality, they're probably worth like fucking scrap.
Well, no. He's probably really thinks that because whoever gave them to him probably told him that's what they're worth.
I'm cutting you a huge deal here.
Yeah, well, no, he probably think he got them from his grandpa, which grandpa might have told him, they're worth $500 a piece, or they're probably up to. And he bid onto that and he ran with it.
If you find the right buyer, maybe.
Somebody's looking for that frame.
Yes.
Somewhere in America, somebody's looking, but you'll never find that guy.
That guy probably doesn't know how to use Facebook.
Well, I don't.
Well, we know. He just figured out how to use Instagram.
Well, not really.
Wow.
No, like
He
you
sent
said
a couple
earlier,
posts.
I'm failing at that because I'm sending you a fucking post you've all fucking seen before. So
And no,
what
that's
the fuck's
it.
the sense of
That's
it's
pretty
a
much
step.
all of it. That's pretty much Instagram.
Yeah. You'll see the same thing 5-10 times.
Yeah, but you just kind of like, okay.
I laughed at it one time. Like,
Yep.
or, some stuff. Ha. Double tap. Swipe.
So now we done motorcycles.
Yeah. So I got curious real quick. While we're on touching motorcycles.
Did you message another guy?
Boss Haas has a big block option.
Yeah, yeah.
2020
It was
V8,
like
4-stroke, maximum peak output power of 445 horse and 445 foot-pounds of torque.
That's more than you could ever fucking deal with, man. That's dangerous.
Well,
fast.
dude, if you sneeze and hit that throttle or hit a bump and hit that throttle, the torque's probably going to take you over.
I wonder if anybody's wheelied at Boss Hoss. There's a question for you. Anybody catwalked a fucking Boss Hoss?
Why? You cough and you hit the throttle and do a wheelie.
There was bikes out there that you wouldn't even have to put the kickstand down. The back tire was so wide it stood up.
Yeah, just...
That one that Hendrix is riding, that's got a 300 millimeter tire on it. That fucker, look at that. That's his old man's V-Rod. And V-Rods have got a horrible reputation. Absolutely trash reputation. When they came out, they were cool as shit. They very quickly got a horrible reputation. So when he called and says, hey, my bike quit out in front of the prison. It said I had a quarter of a tank of fuel, but I think I'm out. I'm like, oh, no. That's like the worst spot. You're going to get raped before I get there, and I'm never going to be able to fix it anyway. So I was kind of scared about that, but what are you looking up? Boss Hoss wheelies?
Fox Body Mustang wheelie.
Fox Body leaves.
Okay, so that one guy.
Fox Body leaves the car show without hitting anybody. He still
That
can't
one
find
guy
it.
that's at the gas pump with that fucking. It's a 1,200 horsepower, twin supercharged V8 nitrous motorcycle.
Jesus.
That this old guy is freaking driving.
Which is basically Boss Hoss that's tuned.
Yeah.
Okay, but now.
Should we turn some lights on? I feel gay sitting there in the dark.
I figured we were going to call it a night here shortly,
All right.
given the time.
I probably ought to go kiss the old lady's ass anyway. She's in rough shape.
See,
sounds
I'm not
like both of
finding
you.
any video on wheeling a boss hoss.
Well, typically the people that can afford a boss hoss are usually smart enough to not wheelie a boss hoss.
I'll Google it. Boss
That-
Hoss Wheelie. Oh,
That being said, you could
I got it on you. I'm trying to look it up on YouTube. But
That being said, you could probably find some billionaire that'll spend $250,000 for boss hoss and wheelie.
Wheelie. Oh,
this guy,
video's already taking too long to watch.
60-mile-an-hour roll, and he just fucking laid into the throttle and just fucking carried it sideways around a fucking corner.
Holy shit.
Just fucking roasting the fucking rear tire.
Super crossing it around a
Yep.
turn.
Yep.
This guy's trying to do a wheelie on a boss hoss, but it ain't happening.
They
He
don't.
just breaks the
I was
tires.
gonna say, I
loose.
don't think they can catch enough traction to lift that engine up. I think that's the whole problem. They can't catch enough traction to lift the motor.
He got a little one.
Well, how much did he jerk the handlebars back to do it?
No, he didn't.
Probably
but
as
it's got
much
a
as
it's got a
fucking tie
frickin'
jerks.
trunk. It's got a trunk on it.
So, short strokes, very
Very
rapidly.
short strokes.
Chick does giant wheelie on Boss Hoss trike. Wheelies 2012 Boss
Well, yeah.
Hoss.
You make it a trike, and now you got a little bit more traction.
I also seen a video this week that reminded me of Ty, and I was gonna ask Gavin earlier about it.
Oh boy.
About Ty being hung like a Tic Tac. That's why his mom's breasts smell so fucking nice.
Oh yeah. The little Latina woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're hung like a Tic Tac. That's why your mom's breath smells so good.
You know why I'm fat? Because every
boy,
time I fucked
ammo,
your mama she made me a sandwich.
I'm gonna tell anybody that does listen to, if you've already got AR-15, maybe 2, be a lot cooler if you had 2. Buy mags, stock up on your ammo. That's my advice. And wait for the car market to fall a little bit. Keep your car running, whatever.
Buy a Haynes manual.
Take care of your vehicles.
Yeah, man.
Keep the maintenance. Maintenance.
I need a battery. If anybody listening wants to buy me a battery, that'd be a lot
Dude,
cooler.
we still have to do your
Shut up, you
fuel
cheap
filter
fuck.
change.
Well, you don't even know. Huh?
We still have to do your fuel filter.
We got to do oil changes on both our
Yeah.
far from pukins.
Yeah. So,
I thought about it already this week. I'm like, I'm home all week. What do I do? I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'm going to go riding.
You sat on the couch and made your ass whiter all week.
No, I went riding. I rode the shit out of stuff this week. I rode
He
that
sat on his
side by
ass and made
side.
his
You know what?
ass
The
wider.
one thing I didn't ride
You
though.
rode the shit out of your ass. You sat down and everything and fucking made your ass whiter. Shut up.
17,000 steps yesterday, 14 today. I got
17,000
Every bump in the
steps
side by
measured
side
from your wrist.
counts as a step, right?
No, it doesn't count anything. Anyway, the one thing I haven't rode this week is that quad. I need to ride the Raptor. I need to sell it. I love it so bad though. God, the thing's a ripping son of a bitch.
I figured your daughter was going to graduate to that at some point.
I got her on the scooter the other day. Didn't go well.
Well,
It didn't end well at
One of the
all.
last
She almost
times she
ran
was
that
on-
fucker into my barn.
one of the last times she was on her baby quad didn't end well either.
When Natalia left the other day, she wanted to let Natalia ride it. She did. She rode the
Yeah.
shit out of it. And then she went out and did a bunch of laps. And I'm like, all right, we got to call it because I don't see rain in the forecast for a while. Sure as shit, that front yard took a beating.
Oh, I was fucking riding the shit out of that mini fucking bike that night.
We should drive that home and put an engine on it for me.
I was talking about at your dad's house.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
she
it
ended
was.
she ended up in a tree. Were you there?
Crashed in a tree, rolled it. We didn't know about it until a car drove by and said, "Hey, there's a quad rolled over by that tree."
Jeff
shit.
Jeff Emelander pulled in with his wife in the truck. He goes, "Hey, we're laughing and having a good time." He goes, "There's a quad in the front yard in a tree, stuck in a tree." And
I ever tell you I let Natalia ride Joseph's scooter?
Oh, God.
Yep. Yeah, big ass maple tree right next to the driveway.
Yeah.
Biggest fucking tree in the yard. Can't miss it.
Yep.
Well, She definitely can't miss it.
So that's like the
Target
She
fixation.
fucking hit that son bitch.
That's target
Tipped the fucking
fixation.
scooter over,
That's
all that shit.
exactly what Moody said. So that's like the first thing if people are setting up to ride. Now they want to know how to ride, do things. That's one of the first things I tell them. If you see a rock or a pothole in the middle of the road way up there, and
Don't
you
look at
stare at it,
You're gonna hit it.
You're gonna fucking hit it.
Yep.
She looked at that tree, and her body and her mind's eye drove her right into that fucking tree.
She saw it as a risk, and she did what human instinct says and keep your eye on the danger, and she ran into it.
Yep. You have to make a
You
conscious
have
thought
to
of going
think.
around it. Yeah.
After that, she's gotten a lot better. She rides around the circle on Joseph's scooter, and she does actually fairly
She's
well.
way ahead of Bianca then, because Bianca just couldn't catch it.
Well, that and when you get up on the motorcycles, your steering, you have to think about it a little bit differently.
You have to lean it. She stood up.
Well-
She wanted it straight up and doing this.
Well, lean it, but push right, go right. It's not so much lean. Lean doesn't get you everything. You have to push right if you want to go right, which is counterintuitive from what you're used
I've never
to.
taken the classes, but yes, exactly. And that's what I tell them. If you're going down the road and you want to turn right, you have to push.
On the right side.
And people look at me funny, and I'm like, think about it. You're going to make the bike do this, and it's going to pull around.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should do a class on that.
And physics wants to keep the bike upright, so when you force it to do that, it's still going to try and pull itself back up.
With the scooters, people automatically pick it up. For some reason, I don't know why, but the scooters, people automatically just realize, okay, it wobbles a little bit, and then they start picking it up, and all of a sudden their mind,
It connects the dots.
yeah, and they don't even think about it. They don't know they're doing it, but they're doing it.
Well, it doesn't take a lot of push.
Motorcycles
To
are a
make
lot
it go.
faster and maybe a little different to try to get around, but Bianca's I think she's only 12 now.
Well, then, with the quad, you want to turn right. Just turn the
Right.
handlebars right.
And gas on, you can whip it around pretty quick.
Yeah. But
I pushed her
It
quad
ta-
out of the way today, and it's got a flat tire.
it takes learning. Take a class. Find one at a college to save some money.
Yep.
But
What, on how to ride a motorcycle?
the MSF course, because you
They're
get an
great.
insurance discount to go with it, they run through all the basics. If you don't have someone in your life that rides, they go through all the basics. They usually provide a bike that you can practice on.
You'd almost want to, for that kind of situation, if I were an instructor there, I would want somebody to come to me with a clean slate.
Yeah.
So,
No habits is better than bad habits.
correct.
I don't have a motorcycle endorsement.
Hmm?
So I don't have a motorcycle endorsement.
I can tell you don't take one on a R1.
No,
Try-
I've
That's
been.
a miserable
That's a
box.
miserable motherfucker.
No, if I take fuck motorcycle course, I'm gonna borrow somebody's Grom.
Yep.
Can I do it on a scooter?
Yep.
No, it has to be over 50 cc's. If I remember right,
We bored it
the
over.
rule
It's
says
fine.
you have to be over 50
70.
cc's.
I got
Exactly.
212 in this
I'll-
mini bike.
I'll do it on a fucking.
Do
I'll
it
do
on
it
the
on a
mini
Honda
bike.
Grom.
Yeah, those are super easy. They're not. I rode Hennings. It was super fun, but gutless as fuck. So,
All it has to do is get me a freaking motorcycle endorsement.
dude, go. You should have ponied up a little dough and got Todd White's bike. That thing's
So-
sweet.
You took your cycle endorsement test in an R1.
Yeah. Well, no,
How-
I tried.
hold on.
I didn't.
How did the box go?
It didn't. Some kid was there with a Sumo or some fucking thing, something different. It was like a DS 650. I can't remember.
So what's an R1?
1,000cc rocket Yamaha R1.
Can do 180.
Oh.
Yep, mine did. It's ridiculous. It's made to go fast around big curves,
It
but
is
in a parking
horrible.
lot, it is fucking horrible.
My 900 sucks in a parking lot. 25 miles an hour, you're riding the clutch in first.
I
It's
was kind of
horrible.
between a rock and a hard place. You pay your $100 to get this course done, and I'm there, and another kid's just showed up, and he's just kind of watching me do my thing, and I couldn't do it. The instructor says I can do it. I can do it on any bike. He gets on it. He has trouble. And he goes, you gotta do this or you're not passing. I'm like, what do I do, man? There's got to be. I said, it's impossible on this bike. And he says, go see if that kid will let you use his. I walk over to that kid. I'm like, I will let you ride this brand new fucking R1 down to the corner and back if I can take this test on your bike. And he goes, all right. I aced
Still
that fucking
failed.
test. That kid took off. I waited for him to get his done. We got them both done. He went down to the corner and back on my bike, and the rest is history.
Nice.
Yep.
How long did that R1 last?
I sold it. I don't know. I had it for a while.
Dude, to start out on an R1.
Well, get your license on something else.
Well, start out 600.
I did.
I started on a 750.
Which
But-
was that style bike is equivalent to a 600 on a rocket.
But one of the perks of that bike is it had throttle modes. And actually the newer model has the throttle modes as well. So I could put it in like rain mode where you only get 25% of power just to stop you spinning out in the rain.
I think now they call that Bud Light mode.
It's got a touring mode, so it just dampens the throttle response, which is all things I wanted because I knew 750 to start out. It's better to be able to turn it down a little bit.
That was a cool bike.
I
First
missed
bike
that.
I ever freaking rode was a Honda Shadow 650.
That's about perfect for.
That was the first
Those are
bike I
easy to
ever
ride.
rode.
Those are super easy to ride.
Second bike I ever rode was a
Vespa.
no, it was a 02 or 03 Harley Dyna convertible, 1450.
I hate convertibles.
That was the second bike I ever rode. That was the first bike I had up over 100.
Kilometers an hour.
The owner of it, he'd never heard his bike besides being on it. He wanted to hear what it sounded like passing by. So I got on it, I took it down to the corner, and I passed his house at 90 mile an hour.
I didn't know it could go that fast.
Oh, no. No. He knew.
I never rode anything either. Todd Rurank took me to the Honda shop. I had him drive me out there from the pit.
Oh, yeah, you fucking damn near wobbled that son of a
I
bitch
did.
all the way down
It
66.
was, 95. It was identical to Hendrick's bike that he's got, that rocket he's got now. It was identical to that thing, my first bike. I pulled out of the parking lot, wobbled all the way, wobbled out into 66 because it was where my gym is now. I wobbled out on the fucking road, got on it, hauling ass down 66, jamming fucking gears, got me home. That was my first bike. My second one was a YZF 600, which is just basically the same bike, little upgrade. What did I go to then? R6, a Gixxer 7, no, then my R1. I went to a Gixxer 750, then I got that Harley. Still have the Harley. I like the Harley. It's not like I said, it's basically the Beatles. Harley did for motorcycles what Beatles did for rock and roll. But now I got this Duke, and I don't want to ever get rid of it. So, anyway. And then all the fucking scooters I've had. Right now, with things with handlebars on it. Okay, 2 wheels and handlebars. I have 7 things. 7 bikes with handlebars and 2 wheels right now. 1 don't run, as of recently. I blew that fucker to the moon. And then 2 quads. Kids counts as 1. What else have I got? Everything but that Harley's here, I think.
See, if I was to buy a bike right now, just to buy and ride, I would buy a Yamaha Bolt.
Did you say Volt?
Bolt.
With a B or V?
B.
Okay.
Electric bike?
No, dumbass.
Well, I mean, either one, really. That's what I was wondering. I wondered it.
Chevy Bolt is electric, all electric, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't keep track of Yamaha.
But I like the bike.
You seem like an electric car kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, okay.
With Bud Light in the cup holder.
Yeah.
Pat Benatar on the stereo.
Hey, don't fucking knock Pat. Do not
It was a
fucking
matter of
knock
minute.
Pat. I will come across this fucking table and slap the fat off your face.
No, he's going to hit you with his best shot.
You're fucking right.
I'll come over there and hit you with my best shot.
Because, motherfucker, I belong.
Yeah, you seem more like a Cher kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
If I could turn back time.
The way I look, I wish I could.
It wouldn't help. I've seen younger pictures of you. It wouldn't help.
You brought up Cher. Do you remember a few years back, GRD had that stunt?
No.
They painted a volleyball or a basketball or something up to look like, what was her husband's name?
Sonny.
Sonny. He died in a skiing accident, right?
Yep.
They painted his fucking volleyball up to look like his face, and they were throwing it down a hill to see how many trees they could hit with it, because he hit a tree and died. And dude, they caught so much shit over that.
Well, that's like me saying Kobe and throwing a beer can at the floor.
You're supposed to throw it way up first. Straight up.
I wonder how much he paid for that helicopter ride. $250,000 maybe?
250 each. So we did all our dream vehicles. Are we missing any?
Hell, he doesn't
stuff?
even get to spend eternity with it.
Well, it's kind of like the other way, the submarine
I
thing.
mean, the submarine, they got to spend eternity with it.
Well, they got the whole experience.
Yeah? The whole fucking experience.
Oh God, Rod. Here comes the S10s. I'm gonna cruise those guys one night.
They just go to Meyer, down
They
to
go, they
Oliveras.
cruise down to Wally World, do a lap around their parking lot, come back, and wherever. They just, I mean, why not? I can't because I drink on the weekends.
You don't have to.
I don't.
Well, maybe we'll get out and chase them tomorrow.
If we're not busy wearing a fucking side-by-side up.
Well, keep your fucking mouth shut and we won't be.
We got to get it done.
Keep your mouth shut and we won't be. Simple as that.
Because the following weekend,
Simple as that.
Following weekend Saturday, I might be actually taking my side-by-side out and going with Jason.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Mr. Smith.
You got that hitch on the fucking VW?
No, I'm going to take the
I don't
truck.
see your cheap ass
I'm gonna
fucking
take
driving the
that
truck.
I'm going to go get my
No,
small trailer.
it's going to go over fucking 5 miles.
Oh, I figured you'd go over to Grand River, take a white truck, and drive that.
Ride my scooter down.
And make sure you stop at fucking O'Reilly's and pick up some coolant.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a 55-gallon drum. You're
it's
going to need it by the time you get to Jason's house.
Speaking of trucks that don't move much.
Motherfucker, that's got a lot of miles on it lately.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing.
For now.
6
As you say, we go off the air, I'll tell you what's wrong with it.
Oh, it's a long list.
Oh, no. Damn, man. Beautiful night out here, I'll give you that. It is like the perfect weather.
I like this weather.
As I say, nice temperature right now.
Yes.
Not stupid, ungodly hot.
You know, this would have been better if Jeremy had gotten here about an hour sooner.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, if you weren't up at the prison.
It wasn't.
No, he claims he's the other way, tube steaking it.
Well, is it roast beef or tube steak?
Prime rib, buddy. Prime rib.
Oh, dude, what do we get? We gotta either change topics or shift gears into end.
Dude, I'm ready to
Call it. All right. Well, do you guys remember the end?
I don't.
I don't.
I do. Oh, here we go. It took me a second. Here's to those that wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.
All right, call it.
All right, let's go.